It may be unpredictable, but your cleaning service shouldn't be. At Janny King, the king of clean, we work with you to build custom cleaning programs that fit your facility and your budget. Our local franchise owners deliver reliable, hands-on service backed by regional support, so you get flexibility, consistency, and peace of mind. That's one less thing to worry about. Head to JannyKingCleans.com to learn more. That's JannyKingCleans.com.
Janny King, the king of clean.
Winning teams on the field or in the office. Wear Red Stick Sports. Family owned since 1981, Red Stick Sports helps Baton Rouge businesses and teams look their best with custom corporate apparel, uniforms, and specialty items that make your brand stand out. From polos and pullovers to full team uniforms and promotional gear, Red Stick Sports makes your crew look like champions. Red Stick Sports. Locally owned, locally proud. Visit redsticksports.com today.
Cold and flu season is coming, but you can be ready at GoFlow IV Spa. Boost your immunity with vitamin-rich IV drips that help your body fight off whatever's going around. Whether you're feeling run down, recovering from illness, or just want to stay ahead, GoFlow's customized treatments help you feel better faster. Walk in or book ahead today at GoFlowIV.com. That's Go spelled the Cajun way, because the best defense is a healthy immune system. GoFlow IV Spa. Hydrate, heal, and thrive.
Woo, woo! Tickets are almost gone for the number 21 ranked Houston Cougars versus LSU Tigers matchup for the Kinder's Texas Bowl Showdown on December 27th at 8:15 p.m. inside NRG Stadium. Visit KindersTexasBowl.com for tickets now.
Why do billion-dollar insurance companies regularly delay and deny valid claims? Because that's how they got to be billion-dollar insurance companies. If you've been injured, I'd like to help.
Spencer Callahan is the one to see. Call 387-2323.
LA filing number 16-7969.
WNXX Jackson, KNXX Donaldsonville, and WDGL HD2 Baton Rouge. This hour brought to you by Spencer Callahan Injury Lawyers. LA 21-12681. Offices in Baton Rouge.
Good morning. It's 7 a.m. here on Tuesday, December 23rd. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect sunny skies with a high of 77. In hour one of today's show, we'll recap Monday Night Football as the 49ers and Colts did battle. We'll talk some LSU football, and Connor O'Gara from Saturday Down South joins us at 7:30. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number one of Off the Bench, live from the Raising Cane's studios, starts now.
Santa's little helpers, Jacob Hester and
Matt Flynn,
are taking over Off the Bench, presented by All-Star Toyota. Tune in for some naughty and nice sports talk this Christmas season. Live from
Raising Cane's
studio, here's Jacob Hester and
Matt Flynn.
Yo! There you go, Cassie.
Yo!
There you go. Welcome in, OTB. Tuesday, right? Yep. Tuesday morning. Here live from the Raising Cane studio. Jake, Cassie, and Tay here with you. Alondra and Flynn already starting their Christmas vacation, so hopefully they traveled safely and got to their destination. Alondra was stuck in the Baton Rouge airport, which is maybe a little bit of karma. Tay, if you remember, she was talking about it yesterday. I don't know if that was on the air or off the air. The limited options you have in the Baton Rouge airport, and she was like, I would hate to get stuck there.
It was right after the show. She's like, all you have is those wow wings and like popcorn.
Yeah.
And I was like, the good news is it's not your connector. You're going in and out. And she's like, yeah, we're not going to be stuck there. Flight got delayed.
Yeah. So hopefully the popcorn stand was hitting last night in the Baton Rouge airport.
I had Annie Ann's pretzels for dinner one time in the D.C. airport. That was our dinner. We got delayed 10 hours.
That's more of, luck. You get to eat Annie Ann's. I don't know. Maybe the popcorn stand is hitting. I don't really know it like that. I just walk by it a lot. So hopefully they got there safely. But we have a big show planned. Tay mentioned we got Connor O'Gara joining us in hour number 1. Of course, Nick Underhill also going to join us in hour number 3. So a ton to get to here. But before we do, Cassie, how we doing? Everything good? Getting ready for the holidays?
Yeah, everything's good. I'm planning on, I got a Christmas party tonight. So
okay.
I'm excited.
Christmas shopping done?
I actually did get all of my Christmas shopping done. I'm very impressed with myself.
You should be. It's only the 23rd. I mean, typically there's a lot of people scrambling today. Today's like the day,
yeah.
Everybody's probably off work outside of us, and they are trying to, like traffic yesterday in Baton Rouge. I don't know if y'all got out. It was bad.
I think I missed it.
Yeah, it was bad all day long. So good for you. Yeah. Good for you. Tay, are we done?
The wife, yes.
Okay, well, hey.
The parents, no, but I know exactly what I'm getting. I'm like, I literally just have to go to the store and pick it up. It doesn't have to be ordered. So essentially, yes, I'm done.
Are your parents the type that they want like a gift, or do they want a gift card? Because my mom wants a gift card.
My mom wants a gift card. My dad will never use a gift card.
That's true. Yeah,
my mom.
My dad probably wouldn't either.
A gift card hates to see my mother coming.
Yeah, mine too. She loves them, and she can spend it whatever, obviously whatever she wants. My dad got a couple poncho shirts, so he enjoyed that. Cassie, parents' gift cards are thoughtful gift.
I'm about the same. My mom will use a gift card. My dad would never. He's got like a stack of gift cards on his dresser.
Probably expired.
Never use, probably.
Yeah. So Tay, what are we getting your dad? He doesn't listen. Actually, he does. Don't do that.
I'm actually in between like two things, anyways. But it'll
a Bucks jersey and a Cowboys jersey.
No.
Oh.
Those would be bad gifts.
He's a Cowboys fan, right?
He's a Cowboys fan. Yeah, but he feels the same about Jerry as I do. I mean, maybe not as gung-ho of like, quitting the team and finding another one, but he's a little down as well. So it'd be either something LSU, or if not that, I'll think of something else.
Yep. All right. I got 5 kiddos. I think we're done. But as I guess y'all don't know this. You'll learn this over time. You'll get everything out. You'll get everything ready and be like, oh, blank. Little Johnny's missing a present compared to the other 4. So we got to go through that tonight. Well, not tonight, today. Because if you do it tonight, you're up a creek without a paddle.
Well, y'all are labeling the gifts, right? Like Jackson Hudson. Like it's written on the outside.
Well, Katie's got a great system. Like she's got a checklist and everything. But like there was probably one that I was supposed to get, type deal. And I hope I got it. We'll see. It's a big we'll see.
You can't go find the Turbo Man on Christmas Eve, Jake. Doesn't work.
My Turbo Man nestled under the tree.
So we're watching that tomorrow night. It's kind of our new little tradition for me and Victoria.
Turbo Man.
Well, past 2 years, we've just happened to watch Jingle All the Way on Christmas Eve. We're going to watch it over the weekend. And I was like, hey, let's wait.
Okay. Let's just respect that.
Let's do it on Christmas Eve. So
that might be something we might do that tonight. Because the boys all like Jingle All the Way.
Love it.
Cassie, have you ever seen Jingle All the Way?
I have seen it, but I haven't seen it in a long time.
I think you should make it tradition.
Maybe I'll watch it.
You and Adam tonight, Jingle All the Way.
Get the Stitch Christmas sweater that you broke out. Okay, watch Jingle All the Way.
All right, so hopefully everybody's done with their Christmas shopping. If you're not, it is okay. You do have today. And I'll give you a little pro tip. Don't forget about like DoorDash and Uber. They will deliver gifts to you, to your work, if you don't want to get them to the house, because obviously like then the person finds out the gift. But if you're like, there's no way I can get all this done, they will do that for you. Little pro tip there. If you did maybe miss the timing a little bit. All right, well, speaking of timing, Father Time is not caught up with my guy Phillip Rivers. I don't know if y'all watched Monday Night Football last night. Now, the Colts lost by 21 points because the defense couldn't stop a nosebleed, couldn't play dead in the Western. But Phillip, 23 of 35, 277, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, only took 2 sacks. So in 2 games back, he's only taken 3 sacks. And, again, one of those was on a bad snap. So really 2 sacks. It has been remarkable. Now, Brock Purdy was awesome as well. He threw for 5 touchdown passes. But Phillip, right at 8 yards per attempt, different than the first game plan. The 1 interception he threw for a pick 6, like Tyler Warren, my guy, you got to run a route. It's funny, like, and I hate to hate on a young player because he's talented. He'll be good. I haven't watched the Colts a ton, Tyler Warren's not very dynamic.
No, he's not.
Like, his catch radius is very small. It's got to be right, like, in his inner circle for him to come down with it. He telegraphed that route. Even Troy Aikman pointed it out because Troy was talking about it. He's like, oh, yeah, you can't run it like that. So, unfortunately, that kind of ended the game there. And, again, he's very talented. He'll be fine. He'll figure it out. But, man, that was a game that if you made one mistake like that, you were going to lose because you couldn't get a stop. And, I mean, the Colts come out, and they're pushing the ball down the field. They're getting everybody involved. I mean, Josh Downs, Alec Pierce, Pittman came alive in the second half for a couple catches. The 49ers, who had already clinched a playoff spot, I mean, they get it done. And it was a fun Monday night game, though. And maybe for me personally, because obviously Phillip's my boy and that's my teammate, to see him at 44 years old go out there and throw for 277. That was a lot of fun. It was impressive. And I don't know how many more we get. I don't know if, Riley Leonard's going to start so they can kind of get ready for the future. If he is maybe the future, I don't know. But Phillip can walk away saying he did something that every single person felt like was doubting him on, including guys that were backup quarterbacks that only played like in 6 career games. You know who you are. So, I don't know, man. It's a lot of fun for me to watch my guy go out there, to see the family cheering, and for him to have that stage on a Monday night.
No, it was excellent. And if you came away from this game still hating on Phillip Rivers, then, well, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, that throw right here, Jake, we talked about it last week. Cam Newton saying it was a slap in the face to not get called. Cam Newton ain't never made a throw like that in his life in the NFL. Phillip Rivers is doing it. Phillip had 2 or 3 of those.
Yeah.
This is just the second touchdown. He had one a little bit later in the game as well. I mean, like, he was slinging it. This game was not on him. We talked about it yesterday. We thought their offense could maybe move the ball if Phillip played a good game, and he did, but Brock Purdy had 5 touchdowns. I mean, he now has 9 touchdowns, 1 interception in the last 3 games.
Yeah.
I mean, he's playing as good as anybody in the league. Nothing you can do about that, but I thought I didn't think he was bad in the first start, but I thought he was much better last night.
Yeah, I agree, because they had a different game plan. Like, the first start was impressive because they were getting the ball out. He knew where to go with the ball. They didn't take sacks. They didn't push it down the field, but it was efficient. Like, this one, they were actually pushing the ball down the field, making plays. And so, again, if that is it, I don't know. Because if he starts against the Texans in the season finale, I'm missing work that day. I don't know what day it is. I don't know what's happening, but I'm going to watch that because, again, like, he's not going to not coach his son, Gunner, his senior year. Gunner's a top 10 quarterback in the country. So he's not going to, like, go play and not coach that. So this is it. I think this is the final ride. So I definitely want to go check it out. They still have a very slim playoff chance. But you know what? Last night's loss did, Tay-Tay, for the Colts losing. It clinched the playoff spot for the Los Angeles Chargers.
That was my question for you yesterday. Like, how were we feeling? Were we like, when Phillip threw the pick, you were probably like, dang, and then a little grin came across the face. Like, okay,
no, I didn't want him to throw the pick. I told you I want him to throw for like 1,000 yards, but if
the receiver fumbled and that's how the ball was turned over or something.
And again, but I am glad that Troy Aikman, because I think Troy Aikman's the best that we have. Like, he messed up one time last night, but look, I mess up a lot when you're in the booth. That happens, but I love when he's like, hey, no, this is why it happened. There's so many broadcasters that will they'll say it and then they won't go back. They won't fix it. Greg Olson's good about it too. Like, oh, actually, if you watch, here's why this happened. And they get into detail. And they're not afraid to call something out, be it a player or an official, but in like a respectful way. But so many, like there'll be like a blatant thing right in front of them on the replay and they just keep going on about the play. Troy Aikman, he ain't moving right past it.
Troy is so much better than Romo and Collinsworth. So much better. And, like, look, I understand those guys have been doing it for a long time, but we didn't even talk about this before the show. I was, standing in my closet listening to the game in the background. I don't even know what's going on. I just hear Troy talking. I'm like, he is so much better than the other guys. I mean, it's not even close.
Yeah, I think he's fantastic. I thought he did a good job pointing a couple things out last night, and obviously, like, he knows Phillip has a relationship with him through Norv Turner, who Norv was obviously with both those guys, and so you could tell, he was impressed by what Phillip was able to do on a Monday night. So, yeah, Colts do lose. I think they clinched the playoffs for like 3 teams, actually, with that loss, if I'm not mistaken. We were talking about it yesterday. We were talking about some of the teams in the playoffs, like where they were. I believe that clinched it for the Bills, for the Chargers, and maybe even Jacksonville. Like, I think it actually clinched for all three. I think that was a combination of teams, but with them losing. And so right now it is the Broncos, the 1, the Patriots, the 2, the Jags, the 3, the Steelers, 4, the Chargers, 5, the Bills, 6, and the Texans, 7. How would you like to face the Bills as a 6 seed?
No, I'm okay.
Oof.
I don't want that. Also, how about holy ugly uniforms for the Colts last night? What is that?
Yeah, I don't know what that was.
It had random stripes on the sleeves. First off, I think the Colts have one of the best helmets in the league.
They
it's
do.
Classic, and then now it's black. You can barely see the blue on it because the helmet's black. It was terrible.
Yeah, that was a bad uni. It looked like Duke. I was watching Duke out there. And I didn't like the – pull that back up. I know the C stands for Colts, obviously. But I was like, is everybody a captain on this team?
Okay, that
they
was
got me.
weird
I was like, at first when I saw it, I was like, oh, Phillips a captain already? What? No, it's just for the Colts. And everybody's got to see where it looks like they're wearing the captain's patch. So, it didn't look good. For the 49ers, they had already clinched a playoff spot. They just add to their resume as they try to chase down the Seattle Seahawks. Right now, Seattle 1, Chicago 2, Philly 3, Carolina 4, San Francisco 5, LA 6, and the Green Bay Packers coming in at 7. So right now, you would have some very intriguing matchups. Obviously, Seattle would get the bye. You would have Chicago and Green Bay. You would have Philly and LA. You would have Carolina and San Francisco. Man, Chicago and Green Bay in the playoffs, that would be must-watch TV. All right, we will step away for the first time because we have got to get this show started, and we've got to get it started with some big LSU coaching news. It is officially official, and we'll break it all down when we come back here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to gcopnet.com. That is the website for Gulf Coast Office Products. Throughout the state of Louisiana, they're going to be able to certainly help you out. But look, we say it all the time. There is a reason that they are the go-to for LSU, for the Saints, for the Pelicans, for the Raging Cajun, official partners of those schools and teams, because they know that if you're in Louisiana, there is one call to make, and that is to GCOP. Because when you make that call, you're talking to a human being in New Orleans, in Baton Rouge, in Mandeville, in Lafayette, somebody that's going to be able to help you right then, right there, not an answering service, not a computer. That person is going to help, because if you work in an engineering firm, a law firm, a hospital, a bank, a university, you know how important your documents are to you. So when you need it, they're always going to be there. And you can go on that website again today to find that contact information, gcopnet.com.
But instead, they cradle and cool the crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Nicely done, Ice Cubes.
With all the delicious chicken finger options, it was an impossible decision.
How about a box combo? Good. Now what can I get for you?
No, I want a Caniac combo with extra cane sauce, no slaw, 2 extra toast, and a half sweet tea, half lemonade.
Celebrate the holidays with Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Jordan Faber here with some exciting news. Faber Automotive has officially arrived. We're proud to introduce your new hometown dealership, Faber Chevrolet GMC. That means more inventory, better deals, and the same great local team. Now backed by the trusted Faber family name. Whether you're shopping or servicing, you'll feel the difference from day one. Allow us the opportunity to earn your business.
Fabry Chevrolet GMC. Visit us in St. Francisville or online at FabryChevrolet.com.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
Men, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
Tigers turn talkers. This is Off the Bench.
All right, welcome back in. OTB here live from the Raising Cane studio. You can let those songs breathe, too. It's okay. Like, those are hits. We're going to play some good Christmas music today. Maybe some Elvis. Maybe some Michael Bublé. I mean, even 98 Degrees has a banger. I mean, all over the place. I know we like our music here. All right, let's go ahead and get this show started.
It's time to get glowing, courtesy of GoFlow IV Spa, where hydration, vitamins, and a summer-ready glow are always on tap. Now, for starters.
All right, go to GoFlowIV.com. That is the website for GoFlow IV Spa. You can check them out on Facebook as well. You can give them a call at 225-953-8150. You can go see them right off of Jefferson Highway here in Baton Rouge because it is sniffle season. As you can probably tell, probably need to go see GoFlow myself, and you can get in front of it, or if you've already gotten it, you can go see them to feel better. I mean, they are going to have a plan for you, so go ahead, go see them. Check out the website. You got membership packages as well, all the different IVs that they can help you out with. The website is a great tool, but also, like I said, you can always pick up the phone, give them a call, kind of tell them what you're looking to get done at 225-953-8150, and always online at GoFlowIV.com. All right, to get the show started, well, we're going to talk about the 11 football staff hires for LSU that are official, and the list is long and distinguished. And so, Tay, what does that list look like?
Yeah, I mean, we know the offensive side for quite a while now. We've known the offensive side for quite a while now. Obviously, Charlie Weisser Jr., offensive coordinator, yesterday, or over the weekend, I guess. We talked about it yesterday. It was made official. Kevin Smith will be running backs coach and associate head coach. So exact same title Frank Wilson had. Your tight ends coach and co-offensive coordinator is Joe Cox. Interesting that little wrinkle's thrown in there.
Yep.
Receivers coach and passing game coordinator George McDonald. Inside receivers coach Sawyer Jordan. Quarterbacks coach Dane Stevens. O-line coach Eric Wolford. That's the biggest addition on the staff. On defense, you have D-line coach Sterling Lucas, which was made officially official last night. Linebackers coach and co-defensive coordinator Chris Kiffin. Again, co-defensive coordinator tag on him. Assistant D-line coach and pass rush specialist Lou Spanos. And special teams coordinator Joe Houston.
Yeah, so of those coaches, obviously, like we've known most of them, but it is nice to see it be officially official because, well, it's college football and you don't really know what's going to happen. And we've kind of joked about it, talked about it like everybody has. Your coaches are coaching another team in your conference in a playoff run, and they are going back and forth. And so, again, like you never quite know how it's going to work out, but it is good to see everything be made official. And a couple of different things to kind of get to. So the Kevin Smith part, we talked about that know him very well as a player, same draft class as Flynn and I, so know what he's all about. I think it's a big addition. And also, the reports are he's already meeting with Harlem Berry. Obviously, you're incredibly talented, true freshman running back from a year ago, to get him back into the fold. And those conversations are going to be interesting to me because you need a lot of help as far as the depth at running back. Now, it is also interesting that you're not talking about Caden Durham, because I thought Caden had a really good year. When you know the situation, you know the offensive line issues, and you still look at the stats and see what he was able to do. So you've got two that you should feel pretty good about, but you're going to need 3, 4. Like, this running back room is incredibly thin. So your first order of business is to retain players, but then we'll see what happens in the portal. And obviously, Tate, everybody is going to watch Lacey, the running back from Ole Miss, to see what his decision is if he does go into the portal and try to join his former coaches, be it a Kevin Smith, be it a Charlie Weiss Jr. and a Lane Kiffin.
Yeah, well, it's funny you mentioned Kawan Lacey. Over at LouisianaSports.net, we actually put this out about 3 o'clock yesterday that first order of business for Kevin Smith, he met with Harlem Berry, his father, general manager Billy Glasscock. They met for about an hour on Sunday night, and obviously it was to solidify Berry's return to LSU. But the source said it would take more conversation to solidify Berry's return should Kawan Lacey elect to come to LSU. So Harlem Berry obviously wants to be the guy. If Kawan Lacey throws his hat into the ring, that obviously it makes things a little bit murky.
Right.
My thought was, I don't know why you couldn't have both of them, but if Berry wants to be the lead back, that does kind of throw a wrench in things.
Running back's a position where you're going to rotate. It's just going to happen. Like, the outliers are Clyde Edwards-Helaire in 2019 when he played 93% of the snaps, 92 and some change, round up, 93. And he led the country. He led the country as far as running back usage. Like, that is not the typical, like, even if you have a stud, so you're going to have multiple guys, but are you going to have multiple top dogs, guys that think that they are the bell cow running back? And so certainly something to pay attention to, certainly a position where you're going to need some help. But look, even if you don't get Kawan Lacey and you've got Harlem Berry and Caden Durham and you add another running back in the portal and you add maybe another lower level running back that you think has some upside in the portal, you still got a really good running back room.
Yeah, you do. But, it's funny to me that everyone talks about Harlem Berry leaving and not Caden Durham. I'm not saying either are going to leave. I certainly don't want either to leave, but I look at Caden Durham as more of a Frank Wilson guy than I do Harlem Berry. I don't think Harlem Berry even visited other schools when he was coming out of high school. I can't remember. I mean, he's a state kid. He was kind of all LSU all the time. Durham, on the other hand, is from Texas. He doesn't really have any Louisiana ties, at least not naturally. Now, he's been here for 2 years, but it's just always been interesting to me that everyone's like, oh, well, you can't let Harlem Berry hit the transfer portal, and we're just kind of not talking about Caden Durham.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I think Caden Durham is a good football player. I think he had moments last year where if we could go back, we could show you the end zone copy of the film. He got the absolute most out of what was blocked in front of him. And so you're not in a doomsday scenario because it feels like you have a good foundation, even if Lacey doesn't get in there. If your conversation with Berry went well, if you can get Caden Durham back into the fold and you add one more running back. So certainly a position to pay attention to here in the next couple of days as the transfer portal opens up in about 10 days from now. So, all right, some other staff hires. We mentioned 11 that are officially official. Sterling Lucas is now your defensive line coach. And after a couple of different names, a couple of different rumors thrown out there, Tate, you end up getting a guy that's very well respected and somebody that has had, some top-tier players, that he's recruited that have played underneath him, and he knows the SEC as well.
Yeah, I mean, he was able to get Dylan Stewart to South Carolina, which was a big-time recruit at the time. Jordan Birch, I believe, was there under him at one point. He had eventually transferred, but he was a 5-star out of high school. South Carolina's been known for their D-line. Like, that was kind of what they hung their hat on defensively the last 2 or 3 years. I think it's a good hire. I mean, I know you wanted Elijah Robinson. It looked like you were at the finish line there. Then he backed off. You wanted Kyle to stay. He didn't really want to stick around. I think as far as hiring a guy this late in the process, it's kind of your final piece to the staff. I'm not sure how much better you could have done.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I think, considering you're a little bit later, and I know it's crazy because it's only December, but all these coaches already making their moves. So Sterling Lucas, now defensive line coach for LSU. You mentioned like co-offensive coordinator with Joe Cox, also co-defense coordinator with Chris Kiffin. When you see that, what's your first thought?
The co-defensive coordinator to me is interesting just because, you fought hard to get Blake Baker back, right? Like you thought he was going to Tulane. You convinced him to stay. That's a little weird to me. Co-OC, you had that last year with Hankton and Joe Sloan the past 2 years.
Yeah.
It was pretty much Joe Sloan, right? He was the play caller. It's going to be the same with Charlie Weiss Jr., but the defensive one's a little interesting to me.
Really, honestly, when you see something like this, it's really okay. Like, obviously, we're going to come up with a game plan, and Blake does such a great job of allowing his staff to, when they're putting everything together, like they implement their own ideas into the game plan. So I don't think Blake's going to have an issue with this. And also, like, it's also a way to get somebody a title, get them a little bit more money, and maybe
like associate head coach.
Yeah, and a little bit more responsibilities as well. Look, it's going to be Blake's defense. It's going to be Blake Baker. It's going to be, everything that we've seen over the last couple of years. And we talked about it before it even happened. Lane Kiffin, such a fan of Blake Baker, talked about what it was like trying to game plan against that guy. He is going to be the guy calling plays, but you do have, and look, linebackers as well. So that means Blake's just basically having the opportunity to roam around, go from all three levels of the defense. Now, I'm sure he's going to be obviously eye hustling the linebackers. That's going to be a point of focus for him, but you do now give him the ability to be able to coach on all three levels on any given practice at any given time.
Lou Spanos stood out to me just because of his title. So he's assistant D-line coach, but also pass rush specialist. To me, that's kind of what Kevin Peoples does. And I know him and Blake are really close. He coaches the edges, and that's what they do is rush the passer. That one's a little interesting to me. Like, is he interior pass rush specialist? What's going on there?
Yeah. A lot of different titles, a lot of different coaches. Every position group certainly has somebody that's going to be in charge of it. Every single position, no matter where you at, you're going to have. Surprised they don't have a fullbacks coach. Although if they had a fullbacks coach, I would throw my name in there. I think I could get that done, but they don't have a fullback, so we can't get that done. Joe Houston going to be special teams coordinator as well. LSU's been a place that's kind of had one, gone away from it, had one, gone away from it, and just kind of who they've been over the last couple of years. This staff looks like, okay, no, special teams is going to be a point of focus.
I think it has to be. Look, you could say Kelly had this shortcoming and that shortcoming. I think Brian Kelly's Achilles heel his whole time at LSU was special teams. I thought it was bad. Now, at times it was good. Like your field goal kickers were good, but your coverage unit wasn't good. Your punt unit wasn't good, except for last year. Like Chadwick gave you some stability, but it was shaky till then. I do like the fact that they have a special teams coordinator because Kelly just at times was kind of like, we'll throw anybody in there and kind of make them the special teams coordinator. And I thought they struggled there.
All right, we will take a break, certainly come back to some of this conversation, but when we come back, let's take a look at the entire SEC. We'll do it with our guy Connor O'Gara Saturday down south, and we'll do it right here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to getgordon.com, the website for Gordon McKernan injury attorneys throughout the state of Louisiana. We tell you all the time, they are going to be able to help you out. So go to that website, again, getgordon.com, and when you go there, know that you can have a chat with a live agent going to pull up right there on the homepage. You can check out cases that they can handle for you in the courtroom, past client results right there on the homepage of the website. You can see also like what they're doing in the community, because we always tell you, like, throughout the state of Louisiana, they're always doing something big in the community. That's from everywhere, Shreveport to Houma to Baton Rouge to Monroe, Alexandria, wherever it is. And remember, you can always pick up the phone. You can give them a call. All you got to remember is your area code. because it's your area code no matter where you're at, followed by the 8s. 888-8888. And again, always online at getgordon.com. Get Gordon and get it done.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
My father, J.B. Faugu, had a vision of growth for First American Bank and the communities we serve. The bank's foundation was built on his legacy of compassion, loyalty, and dedication. Through his years of leadership, First American has prospered to heights even J.B. could not have imagined. I know my father would be extremely proud of the customer service and financial stability that First American provides to Southeast Louisiana. We continue to thrive because of the legacy of J.B. Faugu.
Every winner knows a great play starts with a solid game plan and the right team by your side. At Sunshine, we're here to keep your operation running strong. From tractors to harvesters, we've got the John Deere equipment you need to tackle every job with confidence. Because when the work's done right, there's more time for the things that matter, like cheering on your favorite team. Make Sunshine Quality Solutions part of your playbook this season and learn more about what it means to be powered by Sunshine at sunequip.com.
You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe. My whole team on wild.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
When it comes to choosing energy for your family and your home, make the smart choice with natural gas. You can count on efficient and affordable natural gas to keep you comfortable and reduce your environmental impact to help protect our planet. Together, we're fueling our energy future. Atmos Energy.
Christmas without you, I'll be so blue, just thinking about you.
2007 champs, purple and gold to the core. This is Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn, Baton Rouge's go-to for all things Louisiana sports.
All right, welcome back in. OTB here on this Tuesday morning. Going to go to my guy now, Connor O'Gara at CJ O'Gara is the handle on social media. Give him a follow there. Of course, doing big things as always for Saturday Down South. Connor, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing well. You know, I was wondering, when is the socially acceptable time to just stop working altogether this week and just kind of shut down for 2 weeks? Because I realize I'm asking someone who's too gritty to be pretty, but you know, it does feel like we're at that place right now on the work calendar.
Yeah, so this is my last show for a long time over on Sirius XM yesterday, which you joined us there. That was our last show of the year. Now, the work doesn't stop because Cole Kubelik and I are going to do the Sugar Bowl, so we'll do Media Day for that, and then we'll cover the game. But, like, today's kind of it. Like, today's like that last day of school before you get out for the summer. So we're just kind of wilding. Like, whatever we want to do, whatever we want to talk about, like, it's free game, you know?
would turn on Elf. That was big when I was in like middle school. I remember that was always, hey, teachers are going to mail it in this last day. We're going to do absolutely nothing. So that means nothing I say here can actually be held against me. All of my takes are just going to be, kind of last day of school before winter break type.
That's right. Holiday takes. So we won't hold you against them. What about like traditions for you? Like, I know you got a little one now, so, like, I don't know if you're trying to start, like, tradition and, like, hey, on Christmas Eve, we're going to make sure we watch this, or maybe we play these songs in this order. Everybody's got a little bit different traditions. Have we decided what we're going to start?
So it's difficult for us because we live in Central Florida. We live in Orlando. And
probably hotter than hot right now.
All of our family. It's going to be 78 degrees today.
Yeah.
A little bit toasty. So we have family back in the Midwest, and then on Christmas we stay here now instead of going back to the Midwest and dealing with the Orlando airport, which anyone who's listening who knows the Orlando airport, it is just the last place on earth that I would want to be around Christmas time. It is, in my opinion, just the single worst place. And so we will go to Dunedin, Florida, which is down by Clearwater. We'll go there the day after Christmas, spend a nice long weekend down there, and then come back and we'll be ready to go for the college football playoff.
All right. Are you going anywhere? Are you going to any of the playoff games, the quarterfinals?
I might be I'm not going anywhere for the quarterfinals, and I'm going to have FOMO with the Rose Bowl, the way that this is playing out with my alma mater, Indiana. Being there. Yeah. So I've never been to the Rose Bowl. I'm very far from the Rose Bowl, which is
about
kind
as far
of
as you
an
can
issue.
be.
Yeah. So if I were closer, like if I lived in the Midwest, I think I'd be making this trip. Or if this were, my days in my 20s where I didn't have parenting responsibilities, probably a little bit easier to justify.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and just start on that game. Indiana, Alabama in the Rose Bowl. Obviously, it's a game that nobody had in the preseason. We didn't know that Indiana would not only run it back, but they'd run it back at a higher clip. And then, for Alabama, it's like, oh, man, they're playing so bad the last month of the season. They're down 17-0, but all of a sudden they come back. And it's a very intriguing matchup. I still favor Indiana. I just think Indiana has shown too many times they're the best team in the country, and they can play with anybody. How do you see that game going? Like, what are some things you're looking for in that game?
Indiana's a better team. I mean, that's the weird thing to see this as like Marler and I, our mutual friend, we've talked about how strange it is to be living in a world in which Indiana's a touchdown favorite against Alabama. Indiana's the top seed in the college football playoff, and you can't really argue against it at this point. They've just been the more complete team. I think there are a lot of people that if you were skeptical about Indiana, you watched what they did against Ohio State, against that loaded defense and the clutch plays that they made, and you thought, okay, this is the team that's really got national championship type upside. Yeah. I think there's maybe 3 games out of 10 that these two teams could play in which Alabama could win. And it's more about the question of, can Alabama actually find one of those games in Pasadena? Because let's not forget that Indiana's done all these great things and first outright Big Ten championship since 1945. They haven't won a bowl game of any kind since 1991. I didn't know how to use a toilet yet. Last time Indiana won a bowl game.
Hell, I was 6.
And here we are. Right.
I'm already in my Mike Gundy age.
Exactly. So you get like this is a history that we're talking about here. But I think this matchup's going to be fascinating because Alabama still can't run the football. If the season ended today, they'd have their worst rushing attack since 1955. Like this is an Indiana team that can absolutely get after you. I think they're going to miss Stephen Daly up front, who's got 19 TFLs this year. Him getting hurt with the post Big Ten championship celebration is huge. But yeah, I do think Indiana's the better team. It's just a question of whether or not we're going to see it.
All right, in the other matchup involving SEC teams, it's all SEC. So it's going to be the Georgia Bulldogs and the Ole Miss Rebels. And obviously, here in Baton Rouge, we're paying attention to Ole Miss because, well, their coaches are our coaches. And, they're going back and forth right now. And, that's an interesting dynamic. Now, they did a heck of a job in round number 1, but Georgia is a little bit different than the Green Wave. So how do you see this matchup going, considering last time, Ole Miss had every opportunity. They just couldn't finish the game.
It is weird to think about that, to think about being at that moment in the fourth quarter where Ole Miss had a 2-score lead, and to think now, I think I'm, looking at this matchup going, I don't know how Ole Miss is going to stay on the field with them for 60 minutes. And I think that so much of Ole Miss and what they'd like to be able to do late in games hinges on the health of Kejuan Lacey.
Yep.
If he is unable to go after a remarkable season, in which he breaks the Ole Miss single season touchdown record, and he is this finisher for them. If he is banged up at all with that shoulder, it hurts them.
Yeah.
Their second leader in terms of carries out of the backfield is former LSU running back Logan Diggs with 29 carries. This is not a typical Lane Kiffin backfield in terms of distribution. And if they don't have him ready to go, that's a huge problem for that offensive staff, because I think you need everything working against this Georgia defense, which is peaking at the exact right time. They finally figured out how to get those stops consistently. It was so weird looking up all these weeks and not seeing Georgia in the top 20 in Max Olson's stop rate, which I always think is a really good indicator of how your defense is actually performing. So, yeah, Georgia is a team that's figuring it out, and having extra rest, knowing that they're getting maybe a little bit of a banged-up version of Ole Miss, I think it plays right into the Dogs' hands, and I just trust Gunnar Stockton at this point. So I think Georgia wins and then covers the touchdown spread.
Yeah, and also the way they played in last year's Sugar Bowl, that was weird to see Notre Dame bully the bully. Like, I did not have that going into that game, but that's exactly how it happened. And you and I both know Kirby well enough, like how many times he's preached that this week not to half step into this game.
And you've probably seen the video, the not suitable for work audio that came out. Let's just say Kirby's on one this week. Kirby's going to be ready to go.
Yeah.
He's going to have the troops fired up to go into that atmosphere, which was a place where their season fell apart last year. And you're right, that won't be lost on that team. I think it's going to show this arc of Gunnar Stockton in so many different ways. And Georgia's just a different team, too. I mean, their pass-catching options have been so much better. Zachariah Branch has been even better than advertised, and he's going to be really difficult for this Ole Miss defense to shut down. Ole Miss has the worst defense left in the college football playoff. They've allowed a ton of yards, and they've just been bend, don't break. They've been really good in some of these key spots. So I think that's advantage Georgia, and ultimately Kirby's going to get some revenge in the Sugar Bowl.
All right, Connor, last one before we let you go. Give me your dream matchup in the national championship game. Like, if you could pick two teams to be there because you think that would be the best game, the best matchup, and everybody would be entertained.
Indiana and Georgia.
Yeah,
we saw Indiana and Ohio State. It was a great game.
Yeah.
It was awesome. The rematch will get great billing. I want to see Indiana against the premier SEC team, the team that everybody's looking at right now going, I think they're the only team out of the SEC that can win a title. Yeah. And I would love to see what that looks like on that stage, because yes, we're going to see Indiana against Alabama. So in theory, if they get to a national championship, they're going to have to get through Bama. But we've seen Bama is not the premier team in the SEC right now. So to me, that would be most fascinating. Also on a personal level, got a lot of Georgia friends in my life.
Yeah.
It would be very surreal to watch my school playing against Georgia in a national championship game. A sentence that just sounds more like it's from a video game than from actual real life. So I think that would be the best game. I think those are the two most complete teams, and seeing those quarterbacks in those clutch moments, they've been the two most clutch quarterbacks all season too, which I think is part of it. So I think that would be the matchup that would really move the needle, and it would be this great geographical matchup to Big Ten versus SEC, which we haven't been able to see in these national championships in recent memory. So I'd be all here for that.
All right, there he is, our guy, Connor O'Gara, Saturday down south at CJ O'Gara. Give him a follow there on social media. Connor, we appreciate it. Merry Christmas, and we'll catch up again soon.
Thanks, bud. Merry Christmas.
All right, my guy, Connor O'Gara, always good enough to join us here to break down everything SEC, although he is an Indiana grad, so this has to be just the wildest moment for him, knowing that Indiana has a chance, a real opportunity to play for a national championship and win a national championship. All right, we'll step away, wrap up hour number one. When we come back here, it is OTB live from the Raising Cane studio.
Off the bench.
All right, go to pelicanroof.com, the website for Pelican Roofing. And when you go there, we always encourage you, check out the 5-star reviews. It's the first thing that you see on the homepage. Over 600 5-star reviews. They are unmatched with their expertise in the roofing game. And, well, the Reviews are going to back that up. Also, you can check out the testimonials. We're not just talking about telling you about the 5 stars. We're actually diving into the details of the 5-star ratings, again, right there on the homepage. And always remember, in Lafayette, in Baton Rouge, offices in both, not driving back and forth on the basin. No, they are boots on the ground in both those local communities. And they're always doing things in the local communities. I mean, sponsoring youth teams, like whatever it is, they are there for those communities. Always doing big things there as well, and always the only option for your roof repairs, your roof replacement. They are truly the best. That's not just me saying it. That's you saying that. Go to pelicanroof.com.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief. Our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
We typically think of stress as being bad for us. At Our Lady of the Lake and LSU, we are researching how certain types of stress, such as exercise, can be good for our immune health. By studying people under extreme stress, such as athletes, astronauts, service members, and first responders, we're learning how to improve the immune health of everyone. That's the power of research. That's the impact of champions. Together, we roar.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
I'm Gabrielle McLeod on behalf of the Louisiana Propane Dealers. I have spent hundreds of hours preparing for scholarship competitions. That preparation paid off when I won the Fitness and Talent Awards along with the title of Miss Louisiana. The Louisiana Propane Dealers are also pretty talented and want you to be prepared for when the power goes out. Visit louisianapropane.com to find out about propane generators and other safety tips.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, with the kids jingle belling and everyone telling you be of good cheer. It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Locked in on LSU football 24/7. You're listening to Off the Bench.
And gay happy meetings when friends come to call. It's the happy.
All right, welcome back in. OTB here live from the Raising Cane studio. Want to remind you about our friends over at Rejuva-Me, because if you're dragging through the day, low energy, can't recover like you once could, or maybe your weight's just not falling off like it once did, it might be time to get your labs checked minus the mite. And that's where Rejuva-Me Medical comes in. They are Louisiana-based, doctor-led, and everything they do is customized to you. IV therapy, hormone, replacement. We always talk about weight loss programs, the entire shebang. They're going to be there for you. There's no guessing. There's no gimmicks, just the real data and real results that you're looking for. So if you want to feel better, perform better, and get back to moving like you once could, head over to our friends over at RejuveMeMedical.com. You can book your consultation today. Remember, locations throughout the state of Louisiana, so no matter where you're listening to us in the state, they have a location near you. RejuveMeMedical.com. All right, LSU basketball got a win last night. They take down Prairie View A&M 104-90. It looked a little hairy there, certainly going into the locker room at halftime. You were down 5. You come back and you outscore Prairie View A&M 53-34 in the second half. And so you avoid disaster. You avoid getting a blemish on that record where you've had a really nice run. The only loss you have in your 11-1 season is to Texas Tech, a good basketball team. You beat SMU, right? We talked about that in length the other day when we had Coach Matt McMahon on. So, like, you could not afford – the optics of that would have been horrendous because you've built up some equity. Like, you've built up some excitement. You're one of the teams that has received the most top 25 votes that's not in the top 25, right? So you got some real momentum, and so you're able to find a way in the second half. And, Tate, this team continues to score points. That's one thing they can do. It's not been the case in the last couple of years, but this team can put the ball in the basket. Now, when they go cold because they got some defensive issues, that's where they get in trouble, but they are scoring at a very high clip.
They are, and they shot bad last night. 7 of 19 from 3. That's 36%. Prairie View A&M shot out of their minds 57% from 3. As poorly as LSU shot, you scored 104 points because you were 43 of 49 from the free throw line.
Yep.
That's incredible, 1, to get there that many times, 2, to make it. That's how you win games when the shots aren't falling for you. Because let's be honest, Jake, on defense, they were late in transition. I thought they were sloppy on their three-point closeouts, which led to open shots. But they are finding different ways to score the basketball. Because right now, outside of Max McKinnon, you don't have a ton of three-point shooting. You need to get that fixed. But 104 is 104. Clean it up on the defensive end. You got one more game before SEC play.
Yes, and I don't know what it looks like in the SEC. And I know this seems like a bad mentality to have. But, and the league's not as good as it was a year ago. You're not going to get 14 of 16. But your goal should be to play 500 basketball in the SEC, find your way into the NCAA tournament, and create some real positive momentum for this LSU men's basketball program. So, again, wasn't pretty, but they get a win last night, 104-90. Now you've got Southern Miss at home before you go on the road against Texas A&M. All right, hour number 2, OTB, coming back your way.
Off the bench.
This menu is a masterpiece, delivers every time.
This is the worst party ever. Raisin Cane's!
Let's go!
The party is saved!
Peter, Mr. Billingsley.
Celebrate the holidays with Raisin Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
These ice cubes could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they cradle and cool the crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Nicely done, ice cubes.
104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge and First American Bank and Trust bring you the Heart of the Game Award, recognizing student athletes who deliver when it counts. Nominate your game day standout at 1045ESPN.com by the 21st. We'll choose 5 male and 5 female finalists, and then it's up to the fans to vote for the winners. Each winner gets a $250 gift card, a custom award, and the spotlight they've earned. Presented by First American Bank and Trust, a banking tradition since 1910.
Today, we are shaping tomorrow.
We are researching how extreme stress impacts the immune system, from trauma victims to athletes and even astronauts.
Our work is leading the way in sepsis treatment, saving countless lives.
We're unlocking the mind with music in exciting new ways.
Our Lady of the Lake Health and LSU are improving the health of our state.
That's the impact of champions.
Imagine the impact we'll have on the future. Together, we roar.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. And when you're cooking with clean, affordable propane, you're cooking with gas. In the wintertime, nothing heats a home like Louisiana propane. And when you need hot water, propane's got you covered. Oh, and you won't regret that propane generator when the power goes out. I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and to find more information and to find a propane dealer near you, visit louisianapropane.com.
My father, J.B. Falgu, had a vision of growth for First American Bank and the communities we serve. The bank's foundation was built on his legacy of compassion, loyalty, and dedication. Through his years of leadership, First American has prospered to heights even J.B. could not have imagined. I know my father would be extremely proud of the customer service and financial stability that First American provides to Southeast Louisiana. We continue to thrive because of the legacy of J.B. Falgu.
After a decade of working in private duty nursing, I know how hard it can be to find compassionate care for the ones that you love the most. So I started Decision Critical, a premier concierge nursing agency, so we can take care of you wherever you are. Our highly skilled nurses provide exceptional care from the comfort of your own home with personalized packages for short-term, long-term, or even around-the-clock care. Visit us at decisioncriticalbr.com and give us a call today to get started.
Disc. Stop hurting and start living with Restore Spine and Disc. 800-288-3472 or RestoreDisc.com.
This holiday season, purchase a $50 Benny's Car Wash gift card and receive a free 1-month Best Plus Interior Club membership. Only this month and only for new members only at Benny'sCarWash.com or at any of their 9 locations. Shop local, shop Benny's.
Insurance companies have teams of professionals to fight your claim. If you want to know what your case is really worth, I'm Spencer Callahan. I'd like to help.
Spencer Callahan is the one to see. Call 387-2323.
LA filing number 16-7970.
WNXX Jackson, KNXX Donaldsonville, and WDGL HD2 Baton Rouge. This hour brought to you by Spencer Callahan Injury Lawyers. LA 21-12681. Offices in Baton Rouge.
Good morning. It's 8 a.m. here on Tuesday, December 23rd. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect sunny skies with a high of 77. In hour 2 of today's show, we'll look at the transfer portal. We'll talk college football playoff round 2, preview some of the NFL games, and maybe a little OTB mailbag. And in the 9 o'clock hour, we'll have Nick Underhill of New Orleans Football at 9 a.m. And Devin Snow joins us at 9:15. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number 2 of Off the Bench, live from the Raising Cane's studios, starts now.
Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Okay, here we go.
Where the plays get broken down and science gets denied.
Hey, they said I gotta come off the bench.
Hour 2 of Off the Bench, live from the Raising Cane studio.
All right, welcome back in. Hour number 2 of OTB here live from the Raising Cane studio. Jake, Cassie, and Tay-Tay here with you this morning. I'm going to get to OTB mailbag in about 15 minutes from now, so go ahead and start to get those questions in. And yes, if you want to ask Cassie a question, as I've seen in the chat, we'll also make Cassie answer the question if she wants to. Maybe. Soft maybe. But you can get all of those questions inside the Bayou Ford chat coming up in about 15 minutes from now. Here in this segment, Tay-Tay's done a really nice job of laying out the needs for the LSU Tigers in the transfer portal. Now we know it opens up on January the 2nd. We know that Lane Kiffin has tweeted out, he's posted on Instagram the date of the transfer portal, when it opens, how excited he is, and well, he's dominated the transfer portal in the past when he was at Ole Miss. And we talked about it yesterday. If you're setting a number of players coming in and out of LSU, I don't know what that number is, right? Because if you're going to lose some players as well. But as far as like guys just coming in, We set it at 25. He had that number at 26, I believe, at Ole Miss a year ago. And so, like, you're going to have, a lot of new pieces here on this team. So you're going to be very active in the transfer portal. And Tate, you've done a great job, again, putting a list together where you feel the weakest positions are and where LSU really needs to attack.
I mean, obviously, we've told quarterback, running back. You have one scholarship quarterback, and who knows if he even sticks around in Michael Van Buren with Colin Hurley and Garrett Nussmeier leaving. That's obviously a huge one. We know about running back, but Jake, I don't think anybody's talking about receiver, and that might actually be your biggest need outside of the quarterback position. Right now, as far as guys that you know are healthy that played last year, you have Kyle Parker. That's it. Nick Anderson has the ability to come back. He has eligibility left, but can we trust Nick Anderson to stay healthy?
Right.
I mean, 2 years ago, he was really good at Oklahoma, double-digit touchdowns. In 2024, played one game, got hurt. Last year, he was in and out of the lineup. Now, he showed some flashes, but he only played in 9 games. He missed essentially all of fall camp with a knee injury as well. I don't think you can trust him to stay healthy. You have Kyle Parker. And Trey-Des Green, depending on how you want to use him, obviously more of a tight end. But, I mean, you do line him up out wide, but that's all you got.
Yeah.
That's a position that not a lot of people are talking about. I mean, there are guys out there in the portal, though, like Nick Marsh from Michigan State is kind of the crown jewel right now in the transfer portal. 9 touchdowns, 1,300 yards, 2 seasons in Michigan State, and that was a bad Michigan State offense. Amarian Miller from Colorado, he's entered the portal. He's a Louisiana kid. He was either a 4 or a 5 coming out of high school. I don't remember, but he's from North Caddo High School. He was a highly recruited guy.
Can you tell me what city North Caddo High School's in?
Vivian?
Yeah,
Vivian, Louisiana.
Some of the stuff you know.
I know the states.
Well done. I thought there was no chance in hell you'd get that.
I only know that because of North Caddo.
Well, either way.
Outside of North Caddo High School, I don't even know where Vivian is. Doesn't matter. I know the name of the town.
North Caddo Parish.
It
says it in the name.
He had 800 yards and 8 touchdowns this past season.
He had a couple big standalone games as well. It wasn't spread out really, but he had some big games.
No, and that was a team that went through 3 quarterbacks. I mean, Colorado's quarterback situation was awful this past year. DeAndre Moore from Texas is in the portal. Almost 1,000 yards and 11 touchdowns in 2 seasons for the Longhorns. There's guys out there, and I think you're going to have to get multiple because, again, you have Kyle Parker, and that's it.
Destin Hill's somebody that was having a big, lead into the season. Then he got hurt. And they were excited about him. Felt like they stole somebody away from Florida State that wasn't highly talked about in the transfer portal. Didn't have, a lot of fanfare, under the radar. And then he gets hurt. He tried to come back at the end of the season. He did get into the rotation, but no matter what, you got to add receivers. You have to. Your top 3 guys, Brown, Thomas, Anderson, all going to be gone. Now, you do get Green and Parker back. Anderson is somebody that, he certainly looks the part, and when he's out there, he is playing really well, but just being out there. So you're going to need a lot of different, not just receivers, a lot of different body types. You want to change it up a little bit, have guys that do different things out there. Now, when you start looking at Lane Kiffin's history, he's done really well in the portal, and it hasn't been just big school guys. I think of a Trey Harris coming from Louisiana Tech, and now Trey Harris is part of the starting rotation for the Chargers, a playoff team. That was a guy who played high school quarterback at Como with Malik Neighbors, right? So he's done really well in the portal. How many do you think LSU adds, though? Because, again, it's kind of a clean slate. You have Kyle Parker and you have Hill, and outside of that, none of your leading receivers are coming back.
4? Is it crazy to say that? You have...
No, because they added so many last year when it felt like they needed to add other places.
You have Teron Francis and Phillip Wright who redshirted. Coach's staff really liked him. Francis had a great fall camp, and I think he's 6'1", 210. He's a big body, but again, those guys haven't played. Is it crazy to add 10 guys? Horatio Fields from Auburn's in the portal. his numbers don't jump out to you, but their passing game was also terrible.
Yeah.
The last 2 years, he was pretty good at Wake Forest before that. So, I mean, that's a guy that, he's out there in the portal. Pretty much all of Auburn receivers actually are in the portal. Braden Pagan from Utah State. He's a big kid. He's 6'3", 210. Like, there's guys out there that are maybe a little bit under the radar. I think Kiffin can find them, but I think minimum 4 guys.
Yeah. Miller does make a lot of sense. He was, if I'm not mistaken, he was once committed.
He was.
To LSU, and I think it was for a long time. And then, you know how that goes. You get to signing day, and it's like, okay, well, we're going to take these guys. Maybe you should, look here, look there, whatever. He's proven that he is certainly capable on this level, so it makes a lot of sense there. And for LSU, it is all offense. I mean, quarterback, running back, receiver, offensive line, like your needs are all on the offensive side as far as your most pressing needs. Now, you're going to add some defenders, obviously, there. Now, and depending on what happens with Whit Weeks and others, you've got a nice core coming back, at least. Now, D-line, you're going to have to add some edge guys because you had some older guys at that position. Defensive tackle, you got the best of the best in the high school ranks, and defensive tackle is a place where you can play as a young player. Like, the physical part of it will be the biggest challenge. A lot of times it's the mental part when you're going from high school to college. Defensive tackle in the SEC, it's going to be the physicality part. But you did add the best of the best there, right? You got Anderson and Brown. They're going to have to add a dynamic pass rusher, though.
Yeah, that's what you lack. I think at D-tackle, you're fine. I mean, you mentioned the guys that you just signed out of the high school ranks. You have some guys last year that didn't play, like Zion Williams didn't play. Brandon Brown didn't play. Both of those guys were 4 stars. Walter Mathis played a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, he was a little bit under-recruited coming to high school, but they loved him. He has a chance to come back. So, I mean, that's 5 or 6 guys right there that can.
Yeah, Don McKinley needs to continue to raise his level of play for sure. There's a guy you're really excited about out of high school.
Yeah, I mean, he's the guy, right? I mean, he's the known name in that room. But on the edge, Jake, I mean, who do you have coming back? I mean, Gabe Relaford has a chance to come back.
Yeah.
I mean, he got injured earlier in the season.
It'll be a long rehab process for him. Already has been.
But I think you have a good core, like you mentioned. Like, your D tackles are there. If you get Whit Weeks back, you're pretty good at linebacker because you have Devon Keys.
You'd have
they
Keys
like
and 2 Weeks,
Singleton,
brothers, Singleton,
Zach Weeks. Your secondary, though, we were talking about it a little bit during the break. If you can get Tamarcus Cooley back, you'll have DJ Pickett and PJ Woodland at corner. Cooley and Deshaun Spears, who Deshaun Spears graded out as your second highest player on defense a year ago. You signed Haven Finney in the offseason as one of your highest ranked high school kids. You had some kids redshirt a year ago. All of a sudden, you look really good at DB.
I think Tamarcus Cooley had a very underrated year. I know he's like, you look at him in his uniform and it's not ooh and ahs. I understand that, but he made play after play after play, was really good in the open field as well, tackling guys that it looked like he had no business tackling, and it's somebody that I think could really be, a strong leader in that room as well. And we talked about it all year, like watching Delane and Halsey and Cooley come over from other places, like they were your leaders back there. Like they were so solid all season long, and Cooley's somebody that I think can even raise his level of play. And then, like, look, Pickett, he could be the best in the country. Like, he was trending towards being a guy that's in that conversation at the end of the year. Like, teams continue to try him because, well, you had a Jim Thorpe finalist on the other side. As a true freshman in the SEC, he was as good as anybody.
Him and PJ Woodland, like, I hate to say it like this, but those two guys were so good, they forced Ashton Stamps into the transfer portal, who was a 2-year starter here. I mean, think about that. They made a late push in fall camp. PJ Woodland made a bunch of plays this year as well. Like, those two guys are ready to go right now. I mean, PJ Woodland was basically an every game starter for you a year ago. Pickett got some spot starts as well. Like, those guys are ready. As far as Tamarcus Cooley, yeah, he got overshadowed by A.J. Halsey because Halsey, he looked the part. He would lay the wood. He would make the splash play. But to your point, Tamarcus Cooley was always in position. He always seemed like he knew what he was doing. He made plays as well. He's kind of been a slept-on guy. But right now, your secondary might be the strength of your team, and it was a huge weakness a year ago.
Yeah, Corey Raymond and Jake Olson, the job that they've done there. Of course, Corey with the corners, Jake with the safeties. Probably your I think minus a probably. I think it was your strongest position group by far, actually, if you sit here and and you think about it, and you're going to have some of those guys coming back, and you have the coaches coming back, which is the most important part. Excited for that position group. I am so excited to see what LSU does in the transfer portal, where they attack. They are going to have so many opportunities to add so many dynamic players on the offensive side of the football, and this is a complete offensive staff that has been together for a while now. They know each other. They know what they're looking for, and they have dominated the transfer portal. And there's going to be a lot of new. That does make my old heart nervous because I wasn't a part of that when I was playing. It's a different time. It's a different age. It's a different player, and this staff certainly knows how to handle that. All right, we will step away, and when we come back, go ahead and get those questions inside the Bayou 4 chat. We're going to have a little hashtag OTB mailbag here live from the Raising Cane's studio.
Off the bench.
All right, go to BoudreauxElectrical.com if you're looking for that whole home generator. Well, go ahead and get that free quote. Top right corner of the website. And there is no bigger peace of mind than having that whole home generator. No matter what the weather is, no matter how bad it gets, you're sitting there, and if you don't have one, what are you nervous about? Oh, my goodness, man, if the power goes out, we're not going to have any AC. We're not going to be able to cook. We're not going to be able to do anything. We're not going to be able to watch TV, watch football, playoff games, whatever it is. Well, if you had that whole home generator from Boudreaux's, well, you have more power, you have more protection, and again, you have the ultimate peace of mind. So go to the website today. That's BoudreauxElectrical.com to get it set up. You can check out the Boudreaux Boost deal they've got going on right now as well. And if you want to give them a call in the 985, it's 985-397-1562. In the greater Baton Rouge area, 225-300-9389. And again, it is always online right there at BoudreauxElectrical.com.
Flight by Yingling is raising the bar by crafting the next generation of light beer. With only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Flight by Yingling. Raise the bar.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
After a decade of working in private duty nursing, I know how hard it can be to find compassionate care for the ones that you love the most. So I started Decision Critical, a premier concierge nursing agency, so we can take care of you wherever you are. Our highly skilled nurses provide exceptional care from the comfort of your own home, with personalized packages for short-term, long-term, or even around-the-clock care. Visit us at decisioncriticalbr.com and give us a call today to get started.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief. Our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared towards seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. Propane water heaters are very cost efficient, and the savings are even greater with a tankless propane water heater. We all know that Louisiana propane is a safe and environmentally friendly fuel. So why not go green while you save some green? I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and for more information, visit louisianapropane.com.
Sometimes you ignore the signs, even when they're right in front of you. Problem gambling isn't always easy to spot.
From the locker room to the airwaves, it's Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
All right, welcome back in, OTB. Do we play Christmas music in the house at all during this time?
I can't drive 2 minutes down the road without Victoria putting it on in the car.
Yeah.
Not in the house normally, though.
No, not in the house. Cassie?
Yeah, I don't usually play it in the house, but every car ride I play it.
Man.
Now, we have
just
Christmas
like an old man
movies
thing?
on all the time.
See, I'm a little bit of an old soul. I have my record player out, and I've got 2 Christmas albums. I've got Elvis Presley Christmas, and I've got Michael Bublé Christmas, and they just play throughout, flip them around, because I want it to be a little imperfections. Wanted to hear a little scratchy on the old record player. Something feels very Christmassy about that. No? Yeah? Okay. I'm 40. Got it. Moving forward, OTB mailbag. Let's get to it.
Special delivery! I have this special delivery for Off the Bench. And look, it is marked most urgent.
They'll be writing to you.
The internet.
What the is the internet?
Hashtag OTB mailbag. Best Christmas gift you ever received.
That's really hard.
That's really tough. I mean, growing up, like anything Ninja Turtles and G.I. Joes, like I was all about that.
I was in 4th grade. The Xbox 360 first came out.
That's a good one.
I got that, and I thought that was a great. I don't know if the LSU National Championship tickets I technically got on Christmas. 07.
Oh, okay. Well, that one ended well for you, at least.
Yeah, I didn't go to 11. Good choice.
I did. Bad choice.
I don't know if I technically got those for Christmas. I'll leave that out.
Okay.
But the Xbox 360.
All right. Cassie?
I don't know. I really can't think of anything. I'm a really terrible gift receiver. It's really bad. Like, I just, like, I'm like, thank you. Like,
Yeah.
I don't really show much
It is
emotion.
always awkward whenever you're. I don't know how y'all's family does it, but typically, like, we'll go one at a time. And it's, when the whole family's there, it's a little awkward. Like,
Yeah,
how
we
do you
do
know?
that too.
And my father-in-law is notorious for opening a gift. Ooh, baby, I needed one of these. Like, whatever it is. Whatever it is. Shout out to Pappy. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I don't care what the gift is as long as there was thought put into it. It could be $5. $5 gift, but if there was thought behind it, that's the best gift for me.
I actually don't like getting gifts. I'm kind of like Cassie.
I'm not the biggest fan of it either.
Yeah.
I love giving gifts. I don't like getting them as, like, if I don't, it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, I'm also, like, at the point where, like, I don't want you to give me a gift just to give me a gift. Like,
That's fair too.
Like, I like, don't feel the necessity to give me a gift.
Yeah, it's like, hey, I'm going to give you this $25 gift card. You're going to give me this $25 gift card.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah. Doesn't make sense to me either. Hashtag OTB mailbag. Best Christmas song.
I like Run Run Rudolph, Chuck Berry version.
Okay, that's a great one.
I love that one.
That's a great one, actually. I love Blue Christmas. I know it's not the most jolly song. I love Blue Christmas. I love Elvis. I have a son named Memphis, so I'm always going to go Blue Christmas by Elvis.
I mean, I don't think I have, like, a favorite, but one that I always listen to is Underneath the Tree by Kelly Clarkson.
I haven't heard that one in a long time.
Yeah, I always listen to
I heard
it.
it yesterday. Kelly Clarkson has a channel on Sirius XM, channel 12, I believe, and that played yesterday on her channel.
Didn't even know she had her own channel.
She does. Sirius XM, like, she has a channel, Pearl Jam, John Mayer, Bob Marley, Elvis, Beatles, Bruce Springsteen. Like, I mean, all these people have their own channel. It's not just their music. It's their music mixed in with
It's like
their
when you
favorites.
used to do the Pandora playlist. You could add an artist.
Well,
and be like
we own Pandora at Sirius XM.
There
I
you
say
go.
we. I'm just an employee, but you know what I mean. This is more of a comment than a question. Donald says, seriously, Jake and Tay-Tay, offensive line is the biggest need by a mile. It is as important as quarterback. So I'll say this, okay? Now, Curran going into the portal doesn't mean he's leaving either. Like, he's going to go into the portal doesn't mean he can't come back. I hear what you're saying, but you have experience, at least in that room. And they were set up for failure by the run design. They just were. Do they got to get better in pass protection? Yes. But they were set up to fail. There was not real runs, until later in the season, and they had a little bit more success. So, yeah, you got to add some dynamic players there, but we got to see what that room looks like, because there's some guys that are going to have decisions to be made. So I hear you, but also know just by scheme alone, it's going to be a much better room because, well, they're not going to have RPOs as their main source to run the football. So
even if Curran leaves, though, they loved Solomon Thomas before his injury. Like, people forget that he is on this team. He was a 5-star. Braylon Moore can come back. You still have Mabinga. You still have Tyree Adams. You physically don't have any bodies in your receiver room. Like, I get the O-line thing. It has to get better. But, one, you have a different coach. I imagine things will change. You have a different play caller. It'll change. But also, like, you have Kyle Parker. That's what you got.
Hashtag OTB mailbag. Do y'all miss Flynn or Alondra more? Matt's not here?
No, Matt's not here.
Oh, weird. Thought he was. Is he FaceTiming when he's not here? No.
No, he didn't. No, you FaceTimed him for 45 minutes.
I know.
And
on a day off, on a vacation day. I took the day off. I bet he didn't even put his day in.
I bet he doesn't know how to do that.
He probably has no idea how to do that.
He's like, we have to request these?
He has no idea where the website is, how we get paid, any of that. All right, this comes from Dalton. Hashtag OTB mailbag. Saints technically can win the division if they beat Atlanta and Tampa beats Carolina in Week 17. Makes you think what should have been with Shough the entire season. They're eliminated from playoff contention. Yeah, sure. Again, like, the quarterback play wasn't the issue. Spencer Rattler's still 22nd in the NFL in QBR. Saints are eliminated because of tiebreakers. But I hear you about the Shough part of it. I got to give it to him. Like, he has found ways to make the plays to win games. That was the one thing that at the very end, like Spencer Rattler, his fault, somebody else's fault, whatever, wasn't getting done. We talked about it. There was a throw to Juwan Johnson, didn't make it. There was a throw to Chris Olave, didn't make it. Still, they're making those plays for Tyler Shough, and for Saints fans, you should be excited about that. Your quarterback room is really healthy right now. You have two quarterbacks that are in the top 25 in QBR this year in the NFL. So you've got a couple of guys. Again, Shough has made the plays, the small little nuances to be able to win games that Spencer Rattler wasn't. So would they have more wins? Yeah, probably so. Looks like it at least. I don't know what that number would be. Maybe it's 7, maybe it's 8, maybe it's 9. I don't know. But credit to Tyler Shough for finding a way to make the plays, and credit to the guys for making the plays for him that they weren't making for Spencer Rattler. Hashtag OTB mailbag. What would you do if your kid told you they saw mom kissing Santa?
Me and your mother have an understanding that is her hall pass.
Yeah, the gifts are free.
Yeah. We do what we got to do to get the good gifts.
Oh. Let's see. Hashtag OTB mailbag. I'm assuming Cassie is from Louisiana.
Yes, I'm from Metairie, New Orleans.
Where'd you go to high school?
Mount Carmel.
Okay. So, yes, very Louisiana.
Yes.
Hashtag OTB mailbag. Flynn supposed to be in Florida. Tell me why he was riding down 30A this morning with his flashers on.
Foggy. Slightly foggy this morning.
I still can't believe that man really drives with his flashers.
And, like, he's proud of it. He's like, guys, you have to be safe.
When he said it, he thought we were going to be like, yeah, for sure. And when we didn't, he was shocked.
I feel like that's not safe because then you can't see
Oh,
if you got the blinker on.
I hate when somebody has their
How
flashers on like a
about,
rain.
how about this, Cassie? It's pouring down rain. The only thing you're looking at is, did the person in front of you hit their brakes? You don't know if they're flashing.
That's true. You
Yeah,
don't
and
know.
then like if they get over, you can't tell if they have their blinker
I
on
know.
because it's just still flashing.
Must be a Texas thing.
I feel like
Must
that's got to
be.
be like illegal.
It is. No, it is.
Okay.
It is. Yeah, the chat's pointing out today is an all Louisiana show, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big day.
That-
Big day.
That East Texas out of here, Flynn. Y'all like to call me that, but I am from Louisiana. Flynn's not. Like, legit not. He's an hour and a half from Louisiana. All right, see if we can try to get to a couple more. Hashtag OTB mailbag. And yes, you all have to answer. All right, Cassie. Hope you've been listening. I got faith in you here. Which quarterback out of the transfer portal would be your first choice for LSU?
Oh my gosh.
Let's let Cassie go first.
I don't know if I know enough quarterbacks in the transfer
You can give me a
portal.
school, like of one you've heard Hunt talk about.
Well, is it DJ Lagway in the transfer portal?
Yes.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
Well done.
Got it.
Okay, DJ Lagway. Tete. The
Rocco
guy's
Becht.
currently in the portal.
Rocco Becht.
Okay.
We talked about him yesterday. 3-year starter. He can run a little bit. He's a big kid. Won big-time games. And that's where I'm going.
I'm going Sam Levitt. I think Sam Levitt has the arm. He has the legs, just enough of the legs. Reminds me a lot of Jackson Dart. He's been to a college football playoff game and where he made the plays to win the game. They just couldn't find a way to get Texas off the field on 4th down. All right, I lied. Last one. Wait, Jake from 318, that other North Pole. Hashtag OTB mailbag. What food are you looking forward to most for Christmas dinner?
Honey baked ham.
Ham's always a good choice.
I'm not a good cook, so I ordered from a bakery in Denham a tray of white chocolate bread pudding. And it looks phenomenal, so I'm excited about that.
We were talking about it last night. We're letting kind of the kids pick the menu. They went with a roast. Katie makes an incredible roast, a little rump roast, all the sides. Going to try to pick up carrot souffle from Piccadilly today for that to be one of the sides that we have for Christmas dinner because it is elite. I don't care what you say. And yes, my older brother did get me gift cards to Piccadilly for Christmas, and it was a great gift. Don't shake your head, Cassie. Piccadilly's incredible.
Yeah, Cassie, known Piccadilly hater in the building, Jay.
Oh, my gosh. It's okay. It's okay. You know, this younger generation just doesn't, enjoy the finer things in life.
I think Piccadilly's
like
excellent.
Piccadilly. I mean, somebody that doesn't have to go to Chick-fil-A for every meal like we do because I have 5 kids and chooses to, I mean, that's a choice as well, I'm just kidding. Chick-fil-A is kind of awesome. All right, I lied because there's good questions coming in. And, well, today's our rules. It's an all Louisiana show, so we do what we want. Hashtag OTB mailbag. How excited were you to play as yourself on Madden when you made it into the league? I had played in the NCAA game, but, yeah, it doesn't have your name or your picture or anything, so it's a little bit different. I'll say this. Nobody's ever completed more play-action fullback flat routes than I did when I first got Madden when I was in the game.
I didn't know if you were throwing the fullback route or you were kicking Sproles out and you were
No. I say true. I wouldn't kick my guy Sproles out. We had LT and Sproles. That would be malpractice if I kicked them out of the game.
Right.
So yeah, no, we threw a ton of fullback flat routes off play action. Let's see. I actually like this one. Hashtag OTB mailbag. How do you think the first person to get the scissors to glide through the wrapping paper felt? Y'all know what I'm talking
Incredible,
about.
because I felt incredible doing it last week.
It's like when you find that right seam and you get the perfect cut.
You should push all the way through, and you kind of speed up as you go, right? Like you start slow and you're like, oh, I got it.
Yeah, but you gotta be careful not to get stuck.
You do.
Sometimes get stuck.
It does. It's a perfect glide. You got to find it though. You got to find the groove.
God, I love that. Victoria demands her presents be wrapped, and I don't like that. I'm not a good rapper. Like I like just gift bag with the stuff coming out.
Boo!
Well,
that's lazy.
Oh, that's lazy. Now,
obviously,
my rapping jobs are not great. They're
not
okay,
terrible.
but there is something about getting it done, like getting the present done, and then putting it under the tree when it's wrapped and not a gift bag.
I wrapped it.
Gift bags for birthdays.
There was one thing that this year, like I couldn't wrap. So
car.
It isn't. Do what?
A car?
No. Couldn't
sorry.
put that in a gift bag
Victoria,
either.
I tried.
It just, like style of clothing. I didn't have like the little shirt box, little shirt boxes.
Yep.
I didn't have any of those. So I was like, well, gift bag it is. So we got one gift bag, one wrapped present. She'll be happy. She understands. She loves the Grinch, and it's in a Grinch gift bag, so we're good.
Hashtag OTB mailbag. Flashers on the causeway in low visibility fog? Question mark.
No.
No, I think flashers are reserved for my car might break down here.
Yes.
On the middle of the road, or I've got a flat tire, and I'm letting you know I'm trying everything I can in my power to get somewhere else.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of comments about how good Piccadilly is, and yeah, look, Cassie's got a bad take. It is. It's just a bad take. She's gonna own up.
I haven't been since I was a kid. Maybe I'll have to try it again.
There's something else universally loved that Cassie doesn't like. I can't remember what it is. It is a food, though. Me and Musso were giving you crap about it the other day.
I
don't
don't
what
know.
it was.
I just hear a little bit of Alondra and Tay talk about it. Your love for Chick-fil-A, and apparently, like, you have a lot of points built up.
I've got like almost 3,000 Chick-fil-A points.
She's like 200 points away
from that's not
from
like a lot, but like it's a lot because I'm the only one who uses the app.
So that is a lot for a single use.
Yeah.
We have 7 in our family, and we go to Chick-fil-A very often. And it takes a while to get to 3,000 points.
Yeah. I also don't use my points. I want to just keep building up.
You're like 200 points away from buying a Chick-fil-A
just
branch.
Like hoarding my Chick-fil-A points.
So you build them up, but you just like the thrill of having the points.
Yeah. So
But
that
you
way,
don't
like
use
when I get up there, then I could just go and like just get a whole bunch.
You get a whole like tailgate package.
It doesn't feel like you're ever going to do that, though.
I don't know. Maybe I will.
Doesn't feel like it. But at least you do get the points.
Yeah.
So T-Bob, when he was here, he went to Starbucks every single morning.
Mhm.
There was one right by his house. And we're talking about 5 years, every morning that I worked with him, he had Starbucks.
That's a lot.
It's a lot, right?
Yeah.
He never would download the app because you get points.
That would make it so much easier too.
And Starbucks is like, they're very liberal with their points. I mean, they're just throwing them out there.
Mhm.
It's so easy to get a free coffee at Starbucks.
Yeah.
He would never do it. He's like, getting free coffee just doesn't feel right. Like I gotta pay for the serve. I'm like, what? You would have a lifetime of free coffee. 5 years, every weekday, he got a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
And didn't download the app.
Yeah.
But also, he would text us once a week and be like, guys, I'm late, long line in the drive-thru. I'm like, hey, T-Bob, if you downloaded the app and ordered ahead of time, you could just walk in and grab it.
That's what I don't go through the drive-thru. I just order ahead of time. It's waiting on me. I walk in and I grab it.
Yeah.
Do we think T-Bob's downloaded it in Chicago?
No,
Probably
no
not.
shot.
Probably not.
He probably didn't go there anymore. He probably goes
That's
to
true.
like some fancy.
I bet Barstool probably has their own setup.
Right.
Probably have like their own coffee shop inside.
Or there's some fancy one right across the street or something. He's moved on. I mean, forgotten about us.
Oh, this one from Tristan. Hashtag OTB mailbag. I may be moving to the Ratchet City. Advice, help, prayers. If you don't know what the Ratchet City is, it is the port city. It is Shreveport, Louisiana, my hometown, which I'm very, very proud of, as y'all know. I was trying to explain to EJ Manuel on my afternoon show what the Ratchet City was, because he's like, how was Shreveport? And I told him, he's like, explain it. I was like, well, it's like a big small town, 200,000 people. It's a lot like Baton Rouge. And he's like, yeah, like, what's it known for? I was like, well, our nickname's a Ratchet City. He's like, explain. I was like, you'd have to be there. You'd have to understand. But Tristan, there's great pockets of Shreveport. Southern Loop right there where Hunt's parents still live. My dad still lives there. It's a great area. Got all kinds of stuff to do right there. There's good pockets in the port city. Just hit me up. We'll find you the best pocket. But you got to keep it ratchet. That's like the one rule for living in Shreveport. 50 Cent's basically buying the entire downtown up and turning all the abandoned buildings into studios, which that's kind of awesome. He's basically the unofficial mayor of Shreveport, so there's that as well. So
is he officially like Louisiana adopted? He was at the Saints game wearing a jersey. He performed at some bar in Hammond over the weekend.
Yeah.
Like he's
him
in it.
Him and Governor Landry are like tight.
Right. Which weird match, but I mean, shout out to him, I guess. So he's in it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not kidding. Like, he is trying to buy like half of downtown Shreveport right now to turn it into movie studios, recording studios, and like these old buildings that were, built 100 years ago, which look great if they were taken care of. And he's changing. So look, I love it. I appreciate it. Somebody's got to do something there because nobody else was in higher government. So keep it ratchet. All right, we'll take a break. More OTB when we come back here live from the Raising Cane studio.
Off the bench.
Men, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
Sometimes you ignore the signs, even when they're right in front of you. Problem gambling isn't always easy to spot. Know the signs, set your limit. Learn more about healthy gambling habits by visiting us online or text or call for free, confidential help now.
I'm Lawyer Locke Meredith. If you're battling an insurance company because of a wreck not your fault and they're not calling you back or being fair, whether you hire us at all, give us a call, 272-5555, or email Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates. You have nothing to lose.
Hello, I'm Collins Meredith. If you've been injured on the job, you likely have a workers' compensation claim, but you may also have a tort claim which opens up significant recovery rights not normally available for a work injury. If this is you, call us or come see us at Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates.
Most roofers just replace your shingles. At Pelican, we diagnose your roof, digging deep down to find the root cause of your roof symptoms. Now cough for me? Good. We don't ignore your roof's issues, we address them. Let's just take care of this right here. Helping your roof to become the best version of itself. Interesting that you would say that. How does that make you feel? So call Pelican Roofing for your free roof checkup today.
South Louisiana, it's turnaround season, and River Parish Contractors is calling in the best of the best. We're hiring pipe fitters, iron workers, boiler makers, combo and structural welders, rig welders, carpenters, crane operators, dirt operators, and more. If you're ready to work, ready to earn, and ready to build something that lasts, call Big Jake at 318-547-1000 or go to rpcontractors.com. River Parish Contractors. Let's get building.
Causes. To learn more, visit GuaranteeGives.com.
Have you ever heard of a trash company having 5-star reviews? At Trash Rangers, we have over 1,000 of them because we take care of our customers. See for yourself at TrashRangers.com today.
Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. 5 brands on one lot. Shop BayouAutomotive.com.
Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? In the lane, snow is glistening. A beautiful sight, we're happy tonight. Walking in a winter wonderland. Gone away is the bluebird. Here to stay is a new bird.
2007 champs, purple and gold to the core. This is Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn. Baton Rouge's go-to for all things Louisiana sports.
We'll pretend that here's Parson Brown. He'll say I am married, we'll say no man. But you can do the job when you're in town. Later on conspire as we dream by the fire to face unafraid.
All right, welcome back in. OTB here live from the Raising Cane studio. I want to remind you about our friends over at Tommy's Windows, Doors, and Siding. Go to gotommys.com, G-E-A-U-X, Tommys with a Y.com. And when you go to the website, you'll clearly see the difference. Check out all the reviews, testimonials. You can check out a gallery of work. You can also check out the banners that they hang every single year for the work that they get done here in the greater Baton Rouge area. Best windows in the Advocate in 2025. That went to Tommy's Windows, Doors, and Siding. So again, go to the website today. Check out all the information. Find out all the contact information. See what they can do for you. Every single thing they do has its own tab right there, as you see on the homepage. So go check it out. GoTommys.com. That's G-E-A-U-X, Tommys with a Y.com. All right, let's get into a little bit of the college football playoff coming up here in the quarterfinals. Now, we know the matchups. You've got Texas Tech and Oregon. You've got Indiana and Alabama. You've got Ole Miss and Georgia. And then you've got Ohio State and Miami. Of that group, I think you're going to get some really solid games. I think this is much better than you had last year in the quarterfinals. I'm excited to see some matchups that we never see. Now, one, I mean, obviously you're going to get a rematch in Ole Miss and Georgia, but when you look at the other ones like Miami and Ohio State, for me, I think immediately early 2000s, national championship game, a team that in Miami nobody thought would lose, and Ohio State pulls off the upset in overtime, one of the most talked about college football games of all time. A lot of my friends played in that game, so I've heard some great stories about that game. So I like that matchup, one we don't get very often, but the last time those teams played, when it mattered, it was one of the better college football games that we've ever seen. You look at Oregon and Texas Tech. I don't know what to expect in that one, right? Styles make fights, and those two have a different style. Texas Tech runs a 3-3-5 defense. Like, you know, Oregon tries to pride themselves on being physical with Dan Lanning. Can they take advantage of the 3-3-5, the odd front? Well, Texas Tech linebackers, which you have to have if you play that kind of front, are elite. They've got three really good ones. They have one elite in Rodriguez right in the middle of that defense. Indiana, Alabama, I don't know if it's because it is Alabama, because they've, you know, long been the standard of college football for the last, 20 years, whatever it might be. And then you have an Indiana who's number one in the country, more losses than anybody in college football FBS history, and now they're number one, clear number one, Heisman Trophy winner. Like, that is adding to the intrigue. But I also think Alabama's going to get surprised by how physical Indiana is. And I wonder, going into this game, what their mentality is. Because if you haven't watched Indiana this year, and you just kind of like check the box score, you really don't know what their DNA is and how they play and how well they play it. Tate, I don't know how you see this game going, but I think Alabama, and I know there's a ton of people, I think Flynn's like, Alabama's going to win this game. I'm like, are you basing that off of this year? Are you basing that off of past history?
I think Indiana is certainly the favorite in this game. I think I texted you in our OTB group chat right after the game. Alabama's a good team. They just rarely play like a good team, if that makes sense. Like, this is just a personal opinion. If every team in the SEC plays their A-plus game, Alabama very well could be the best team in the SEC. You saw it on the road against Georgia, but you saw Georgia blow them out in the SEC championship game. They've been so hot and cold. Like, if Alabama brings their A-plus game, this could come down to the wire. I just trust Indiana because they've been a lot more consistent. I mean, we've seen it from them every week. Some weeks, Alabama looks like a top 5 team in the country. Some weeks, they look like they shouldn't even be in the top 25. I mean, I trust Indiana more.
Again, and I'm seeing some in the chat, Alabama's going to win by 20. I don't see that. Alabama can't run the football. Alabama is very limited at the running back position. You heard Connor O'Gara say it in hour number 1. This could be their worst rushing team in 70 years. 70. They can't run the football. Indiana's really good up front. You're going to have to make plays through the air. And your star receiver, Ryan Williams, right now, he ain't playing great. He's dropping everything. Now, Bernard's been really good. Williams has been very disappointing. Alabama's going to have to play their very best to beat this Indiana team. So it's, on paper, I get it. It's Alabama versus Indiana, but this is not the Indiana that we've all known for a long time. I think dream matchup for me, I agree with Connor, would be Indiana and Georgia. We can get more into that to close out hour number 2. We'll be back. More OTB here live from the Raising Cane studio.
Off the bench.
I'm Gabrielle McLeod on behalf of the Louisiana Propane Dealers. I have spent hundreds of hours preparing for scholarship competitions. That preparation paid off when I won the Fitness and Talent Awards along with the title of Miss Louisiana. The Louisiana Propane Dealers are also pretty talented and want you to be prepared for when the power goes out. Visit LouisianaPropane.com to find out about propane generators and other safety tips. Louisiana Propane, it truly is the fuel for our future.
My father, J.B. Falgu, had a vision of growth for First American Bank and the communities we serve. The bank's foundation was built on his legacy of compassion, loyalty, and dedication. Through his years of leadership, First American has prospered to heights even J.B. could not have imagined. I know my father would be extremely proud of the customer service and financial stability that First American provides to Southeast Louisiana. We continue to thrive because of the legacy of J.B. Falgu.
With all the delicious chicken finger options, it was an impossible decision.
How about a box combo? Good. Now what can I get for you?
No, I want a Caniac combo with extra cane sauce, no slaw, 2 extra toast, and a half sweet tea, half lemonade.
Celebrate the holidays with Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Hi, I'm Mitchell Meredith with Locke Meredith, Shawn Fagan & Associates. We take great pride in educating our clients about their rights. Whether you're injured at work or while you drive, call our office at 272-5555. Knowledge is power, and you should know your rights after an injury.
Hi, I'm Shawn Fagan of Locke Meredith, Shawn Fagan & Associates. When insurance companies have been unfair, we've never been afraid to go to trial. Fighting hard to protect your rights, we never settle a case out of convenience. We only settle when it's right for you. Whether you hire us at all, give us a call.
Hi, this is Beth Serena. Welcome to my pool. The first time I saw this beautiful pool, it exceeded every expectation that I had. They were able to get everything we wanted in this pool. It is a beautiful pool. We live out here, we eat out here, we watch TV out here. This is like our living room outside. We love this pool and everything about it. When we decided to build our pool, we called a great friend who is one of the best pool builders in the country in North Louisiana, and we said, who would you choose to build a pool in Baton Rouge? And without a hesitation, he told us Russell Pools. He said their history, tradition of great builds, great pools was unmatched. So of course, who did we call? Russell Pools. The advice I would give to anyone looking to build a pool is first call Russell Pools. They'll do an incredible job. It'll be incredibly organized. It'll be time efficient. And you will have your pool in no time.
Locked in on LSU football 24/7. You're listening to Off the Bench.
All right, welcome back in. Remember, when you need big-time industrial construction done safely and professionally, you call the experts. Those experts, that is Pala. Based right here in Louisiana, these guys build and fabricate industrial tanks, pressure vessels, piping systems, and turnkey construction solutions for energy, refining, and manufacturing, and more. Remember, they are employee-owned. They take safety and quality very serious, and they've been servicing the Gulf Coast for decades, 52 years. So over 50 years there for Pala. If your project needs real experience, real results, head to palagroup.com and see what the Pala Group can build for you. Again, that website is Pala, P-A-L-A group.com. All right, dream matchup, national championship. I'm going Indiana and Georgia. That's the game that I want to see. Cassie, I'm going to make you answer as well. Taylor, you go first. Dream matchup in the national championship game.
I hate to go the same as you, but, I mean, my dream matchup would be Georgia-Ohio State just because I really want to see them play, but that can't happen because they're on the same side of the bracket. Yeah, I'll go Indiana-Georgia. I mean, I want to see how for real Indiana is. I think they are, but if this is a team that has to go through Alabama, then Oregon and Texas Tech, then Georgia to win the national championship, then it's a team that's going to leave no doubt. I think that would be a heavyweight matchup. I love Gunnar Stockton. I think he's gotten better and better as the season's gone along. That's a great one.
Yeah, he definitely has. I mean, he is very undervalued, under-talked about, goes about his business, super quiet young man, doesn't do a lot of talking, does it on the field. So, yeah, I mean, he is somebody that feels like he has the right demeanor to lead Georgia to a national championship. He played well in the Sugar Bowl last year when he was thrown into duty for Carson Beck, one of the few Bulldogs that did play well. So, all right, Cassie, dream matchup in the college football playoff national championship.
I mean, I'm probably not going to watch it.
Wait, you're not going to watch the national championship game?
I mean, I watch it if, like, LSU would be in it. But, like, I don't really know much about, like, the teams that are in the playoffs right now. So I don't know.
You said Georgia, Indiana?
Yep.
Oh, that's what you said?
Yep.
Okay. Fair enough.
It's a good
Fair
pick.
enough.
Yep.
Peach Bowl and Fiesta Bowl, semifinals, right? I know I'm covering the game in Atlanta. I didn't know. Yeah, the other one is Fiesta Bowl. And then the national championship will be in Miami. So you'll have the Orange Bowl, but also you'll have the national championship game there in Miami. So you're going to be back. I don't. Miami. How do we feel about that being the national championship host site?
They've done it before, right?
Yeah, they've done it before.
I don't hate it.
You know,
it's a good stadium. It'll finally get filled. Miami doesn't fill it themselves, so.
No, I love a good walking city for any kind of national championship like that. The stadium's not actually in Miami; it's kind of far off there. Kind of like when the Super Bowl this year. It's not going to feel the same like it did last year because it's in the Bay Area. It's not really even close to San Francisco. So, all right, we will take a break. Nick Underhill, New Orleans Football to kick off hour number 3.
Off the bench.
All right, go to ktozblinds.com, ktozblinds.com, the website for K2Z Interiors and Outdoor Living. Been in the game since 2004. Brandon Barton and the team come out to your space, know your space, learn your space, and change your space in a matter of minutes. They've done it for me. They'll do it for you as well. 225-791-1220 in the greater Baton Rouge area. Also, they can help you out in the 337 in the 985. You can find all that contact information, top right corner of the website. Again, that's ktozblinds.com. And it is truly interior and outdoor living. And I'll tell you the story, but for me, it was outdoor living. We wanted something for our outdoor space. It was a motorized shade. It's incredible. Changes the complete dynamic of the space. Didn't know that it was also going to help out in our living area inside, in the interior, but that's what it's done. ktozblinds.com.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Breck, your #1 park system. in the nation.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
South Louisiana, it's turnaround season, and River Parish Contractors is calling in the best of the best. We're hiring pipe fitters, iron workers, boiler makers, combo and structural welders, rig welders, carpenters, crane operators, dirt operators, and more. If you're ready to work, ready to earn, and ready to build something that lasts, call Big Jake at 318-547-1000 or go to rpcontractors.com. River Parish Contractors. Let's get building.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief: our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Savor game day platters and snacks, plus drink specials at 1717 Kitchen and Cocktail. So come out for game day and let our team make you the MVP. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
Good morning. It's 9 a.m. here on Tuesday, December 23rd. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect sunny skies with a high of 77. In hour 3 of today's show, Nick Underhill of New Orleans Football hops on at 9 a.m. to talk New Orleans Saints. Then Devin Snow, a.k.a. Hold the Mayo, joins us at 9:15. If you missed hours 1 or 2 of the show, you can catch it in the on-demand section at 1045ESPN.com. You can also follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 1045 ESPN channel. Hour number 3 of Off the Bench, live from the Raising Cane's studios, starts now.
Santa's Little Helpers, Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn, are taking over Off the Bench, presented by All-Star Toyota. Tune in for some naughty and nice sports talk this Christmas season. Live from Raising Cane's studio, here's Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
All right, welcome back in. Hour number 3 of OTB here live from the Raising Cane studio. No Matt Flynn today. The elf lied to you. We are riding solo up here. Jake, Cassie, and Tay-Tay, though, all here with you. And it is Tuesday. It is 9 a.m., so you know what that means. We catch up with our guy, Nick Underhill, New Orleans Football, to break it all down. Nicholas, how you doing today, sir?
Sounds like a morning for the real grinders.
Yeah, I mean, it's an all Louisiana show. We got that East Texas out of here with Flynn, so, it's true Louisiana through and through. And so, it feels a little different today. It feels like it's a little grittier up here today,
Yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely. It's good. It's good, man. Like we need that energy going into Christmas week. But yeah, doing great. Hope you guys are doing good.
Absolutely. And look, I'm sure, you're doing great and excited because, well, the New Orleans Saints continue to win. When they had 7 games left, Nick, I was like, all right, they're going to win 4 of their last 7. And after you lost to the Falcons and you lost to the Dolphins, I'm like, okay, well, maybe I missed the mark there. Maybe I was off on that prediction. But here we are. The Saints have won 3 games in a row. Like Lou Brown said in Major League Baseball, the movie, right? Major League. He's like, hey, It's called a winning streak. It has been done before. And so it's been impressive. And Tyler Shough's making the plays to be able to go out there and win these games. And we talked about it. It wasn't like Spencer Rattler was awful. They weren't making the plays for him. They're making the plays for Tyler Shough, and that's great. You have two quarterbacks right now that are in the top 25 for this season in QBR. Your quarterback room's actually pretty healthy, but Tyler Shough, he's got a little bit of the it factor, Nick.
I'm going to push back a little bit on that. I think there's a distinct difference between these quarterbacks, and I like Spencer a lot, but I think there's an obvious difference between the two. And I mean, I think just like the throwing with the anticipation is a huge thing, and I think that kind of helps guys make plays a little bit. Like when the ball's coming out, you know, before you're out of the break, like it isn't see it, throw it, catch it. I mean, I think there's just like a better opportunity to make cleaner plays, cleaner catches. And I think that's evidence like with Juwan Johnson coming to life a little bit. Like I think, you know, the ball kind of being on him in more advantageous situations has allowed him to make plays, and not everything is contested. And, you know, I think those third down money plays are a massive, massive difference. Like Shough is literally the best in the league on that down right now in third and long. And that was an area where they weren't getting plays made with him. So I do think that the quarterback's elevating a little bit. And I think, like, when you see this, like, play out and you go watch, like, Jackson Dart interviews and read the comments underneath, like, when there's 500 people being like, well, this guy isn't doing this for him and that guy isn't doing that for him, like, you probably don't have the guy. And I think when you can go out there and, like, the end of last year to this year, granted, like, you still have Olave out there, but it's kind of a very similar situation. And it was the same thing. Well, he doesn't have the guards and he doesn't have the center and this receiver's down and Alvin Kamara's not playing. But guess what? You kind of got the same circumstance and like, you're still winning games. So, like, I think there is a difference between them. Now, like, I think Rattler could very easily start for a team in the league. But I think you have a chance of maybe having, like, a real top 15 guy. And I don't think you had that ceiling in the first half of the season. And I think he's a distinct elevator. And I think we see very clearly, like, why they drafted him with the other guy on the team. I think he has a real shot. Like, is he the franchise guy? You know, I'm not ready to go there yet. You know, I think he gives you a chance. So, and I think what you kind of do is you get your quarterback, he plays you in the position. Year two, you build around him, and you kind of find out the answer to that. I think they have a real chance to actually have him like the guy, and I think we see him elevating. I think we see them winning games because of him consistently. And I don't think that's been here for a while. So, I mean, like he's playing really, really good right now.
No, I am right there with you. So I want to make it clear. He is making the plays. And, again, I've been on too many teams at every level. Like, the quarterback can raise a level of play if he's doing it right for those around him, and the guys start making the plays, and that's because of the quarterback. And so he is certainly doing that. And my whole point of bringing it up is I do think the quarterback room is healthy. I think you have your one, you have your clear number one. You've got a good option at number two if something was to happen in the middle of the season right now. And I think that right when you look at it, your draft needs and your goals, like, those have all changed in my opinion. I think there's been enough there where now you go get whatever you're looking for, be it a playmaker, be it an edge rusher, whatever that might be. So I think the level of quarterback play, I don't really think it's been the total issue this entire season, but now it's been elevated, and I think you can completely change your draft board based off what you've seen from Tyler Shough. Would you agree with that?
I agree 100%. Totally. So everything you said, yeah, absolutely. I didn't mean to mischaracterize your statement. I'm sorry if it came off that way. But no, we're on the same page 100% across the board. Yeah, and I think you know, one of the things Flynn would always argue with me about Shough during training camp. I was bringing a little bit of that into this, but look, I think one of the most evident differences between them is like Chris Olave drops the pass now, and there's another play that gets made, and they can overcome it. And I think, you know, when you're playing the Patriots, there's a drop pass, and it's the end of the game. Like, you were only getting one opportunity, and, you know, that's the difference. And, yeah, I think when you start seeing that changes your goals in the draft. Like, it's crazy right now. Like, they're going to win probably another game or two and end up picking 11th, and, like, it doesn't feel like the end of the world, whereas, like, you know, before it was like, man, they got to get the first pick. Should they be trying to win these games? And it changes your goals 100%. And I think even now, like, you look at it and, you know, at one point I'm kind of looking at the defensive guys and like, I'd build it out that way. Now I'm like, man, go all in on offense and support this guy and see how far he can go and see where it can get you. I mean, yeah, everything has changed, and it's kind of crazy how quickly and how evident it is. Like, there's kind of I kind of like my biggest thing with it. What was, man, they waited way too long to do this, and we aren't gonna have enough games to have definitive evidence to know it for sure if he's a guy. And like, I'm convinced, like, it happened like so fast. And the most encouraging thing with him is that I think like you do see growth like kind of week to week, and this wasn't a good game for him against pressure. I think it was underplayed, the hip injury. I think it kind of got treated like it was like this funny thing because, he does the beanie weenie walking off the field and everything. I think that was like a legitimate injury, and I think you saw it hamper him a little bit. Played through it, still won the game, looked good. But, like, outside of this one, like, you were seeing growth every week, like, against pressure, against the blitz, and, like, even just visually, even if it doesn't show up in the passing numbers, I think if you look at the first exposure to him in a start, the Rams game to this last game or any game, like the last couple of weeks, like the skittishness and just kind of the confidence in the pocket. And like he called that stuff out himself. I think after the Carolina game, he was like, man, I escaped out of the back a couple times too many, got to fix that. And since then, like you don't see him doing that. So very, very encouraged the direction this is going. All of a sudden it feels like, all this stuff, all the talking points. Is the GM doing a good job? Is the coach good enough? Like, all that's gone. When's the last time anybody was complaining about, Loomis? Like, it's been a few weeks. So it kind of feels like, things are heading the right direction. You got 50 Cent out there pretending to be a Saints fan. Like,
right.
things are turning around. Things are turning around.
Hey, 50 Cent, big Louisiana guy. He owns pretty much all of downtown Shreveport. Now he's a Saints
That's what
fan.
I hear, yeah.
We'll take him. We'll take any celebrity fan we can have,
Hey, if he's helping the economy, I'm all for it. Wear the jersey, whatever you got to do.
No doubt about it. Catching up with our guy, Nick Underhill, NewOrleans.football here on OTB. Hey, I want to talk about Chris Olave because Flynn and I have talked a lot about him, right? You're looking for him to make those receiver one plays. We're talking, is Shaheed the number one? Is it Chris Olave? You trade Rashid Shaheed. Over the last couple of weeks, man, I have got to give him his due. He has been great. And it hasn't been like, 100-yard games every week, but he's made receiver one plays, certainly last week. And you didn't have any threat in the receiver room outside of Chris Olave, which makes it even more impressive that he was able to get open, catch the football, make the plays. He seems like he wants to be in New Orleans. From all the comments that he's talked about post-game, and they ask him about it right there on the spot, he's like, no, I love it here. I want to be here. What's the likelihood that he is a New Orleans Saint in the future?
I think that's the kind of guy that you want to sign, right? I mean, like, obviously, I think there's going to be a player to every game, every other game. Like, there's going to be something that you're like, man, I wish you could have made that play. But, like, if Devonta Smith is worth $26 million and Jalen Waddle is worth $28.5, like, it feels like there's a very natural place somewhere in the middle of that. And, like, granted, yeah, that's a ton of money, but that's kind of what you want to be doing when you have a rookie quarterback. And I think when you have that contract, like, if you get rid of Chris and you don't pay him, you're creating a hole and you're trying to fill that void with somebody else. And that's how you end up paying Jacoby Myers $20 million a year to get 800 yards for you.
Yeah.
I just feel like I would invest that money in Olave. And, I think you still got to go out. You got to draft somebody. I think you need that strong-handed receiver. It doesn't have to be a 6'3" guy. Like, it could be Amon-Ra St. Brown type. And I think USC has another one of those in Mekhi Lemon. There's someone that can make those difficult plays and has really strong hands. I think they need that type of player. But I don't think getting rid of Chris gets you closer to maximizing this window. And the other thing to remember here is that, like, he's a second-round pick, Shough, so you only got 4 years on it. One's gone. You're probably giving him the extension in year 3. I think, I would do it. I would pay him, and that's kind of the path you want to walk. When you have a rookie quarterback, that contract, you put everything around him. Those guys help elevate him, and then when it comes time to really start paying the bill on the next contract, you're kind of more invested in the O-line, the defense, and you're open your quarterback's elevating everybody around him. Joe Burrow's at the podium every week ready to just quit and retire and walk away because they spent all their money on the receivers and now there isn't the structure around them. They did it backwards. Tom Brady, like, you look at how those teams were built. He had guys nobody ever heard of. Jacoby Myers was one. That's kind of how you got to do it. That's kind of how you got to build your team. So I think right now you take advantage of that window, you elevate them, you let your quarterback keep getting better and growing, and there's guys that help him eliminate his mistakes, and then you get to the second contract, and you're kind of doing a little bit different. But yeah, this is somebody I'd want around, and look, I'd just structure that, maybe even just structure the contract the opposite of how you've been doing it. Front load it, give him a huge roster bonus, pay off most of the money in 27 when you have cap room, and then your cap numbers on both are kind of flat for the next few years. You can keep building everywhere else. There's a lot of ways to do it, but yeah, I don't think creating the hole there is the way. I think you just add to that room and keep the guy around that's been around, let him have an off season of working together and kind of build it that way. But yeah, I think he's playing great, and he's someone that I would want to be here.
Nick, let's talk about this draft class now that we're at the end of the season as well. I think you had some hits in the middle rounds there, some players that certainly have given you a lot of games as a starter that maybe you weren't counting on, and they've stepped up, and it hasn't been bad play. It's been like deserved play. And so when you look at this draft class, now that we're at the end of the regular season and here in a couple of games, how do you view it?
I'm surprised how good it is, honestly. Like, it feels like they hit in a lot of places, and there's probably a couple guys that are playing maybe higher than you would like if you had kind of like a deeper team. But I think they got a lot of guys that are very useful pieces. Sanker, man, like he started out great, kind of dipped, and now he's back to playing at that very, very high level. Very encouraged about the way he looks. I mean, you got your franchise QB at 40. Banks is going the right direction. Stutzman, every time I see him play, like I'm wondering why he can't get more snaps than he does. That's going to be interesting to see what they do with that going forward, because like you look at the old guys, Taysom, DeMario, Cam. DeMario's the one that you probably want around for the longest amount of time, but he's the only one that actually has a guy maybe behind him right now. So I think that kind of makes it interesting. But he's playing well. The only guy that Quincy Riley's, I think a very solid, like a 2 on a lot of teams, like a very good pick there. Yeah, man, like it seems like they hit a lot of places. Like Vernon Broughton, the 3rd round pick, who got hurt, is kind of really the only one that's kind of holding it back, and like we don't know what he is. But if he's in the mold of everybody else, and they brought over his coach from, a guy that coached him in Texas, and then ended up drafting him. So I mean, like it seems like that there's some insider trading there. So I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt on that pick. But yeah, they hit like kind of everywhere, and that's a draft class they need it bad. Like, it might not be 17 where you have 4 or 5 stars coming out of it, but you got 4 or 5 guys that are legitimate top 53 players on any team. Very, very, very good hit. And yeah, I mean, obviously if you found your QB, and it looks like they might have in round 2, I mean, that's a grand slam draft.
All right, there he is, Nick Underhill, NewOrleans.football, good enough to join us here every single week on OTB. One more on the way out. Nick, at Titans, at Falcons. Do the Saints finish the season 7-10?
I mean, I'm picking them in both games. It's the NFL. It's very hard to win 5 in a row. But I think, in a vacuum, I don't see any way you can pick against them, and the Falcons might be quitting by the end of the season. So, I mean, yeah, I'm definitely going that way. Yeah, they're going to win both and pick 11th. And, man, take Kenyon Sadiq or Jeremiah Love. Like, you're in range to do it right there. Get that run game going again. Flynn's not here, so it's safe to talk about the running backs. Yeah, do it.
Yeah, a guy hates running backs until he needs us to pick up a backside corner pressure and key protection, So, Nick, we appreciate it, brother.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays.
All right, you as well. The great Nick Underhill, NewOrleans.football, joins us every single Tuesday here on OTB to break down the New Orleans Saints. Pretty wild that they could finish the season winning 5 games in a row. They could get to 7-10 after being 2-10 on the season and just looking like they had no hope. And now, with the way Tyler Shough is playing, with the way Chris Olave is playing, with the way a couple of those defensive mid-round draft choices are playing, it gives you hope for next season. All right, we will step away more OTB with our guy Devin Snow, a.k.a. Hold the Mayo, coming up here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to RussellPools.com, the website for Russell Pool Company. They're on the website. You can check out a full list of services. Remember, they can be your one-stop shop. They can be, obviously, the construction part of it. They also can be your maintenance part of it and any supplies, equipment that you need. You can find it there at Russell Pools. You can also check out a gallery of work right there on the homepage. See what they've done here in Louisiana. Because I understand that you've probably got your dream pool in your mind, but I always encourage you to do this because maybe you add something. Maybe there's something that somebody else had on their dream pool that you want to add to your dream pool, because they've done it all over at Russell Pools. You can also check out the financing options on the homepage of russellpools.com. So again, it is a one-stop shop from the beginning to the very end, in between and afterwards as well. Go to the website to start building your dream pool today. That is russellpools.com.
104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge and First American Bank and Trust bring you the Heart of the Game Award, recognizing student athletes who deliver when it counts. Nominate your game day standout at 1045ESPN.com by the 21st. We'll choose 5 male and 5 female finalists, and then it's up to the fans to vote for the winners. Each winner gets a $250 gift card, a custom award, and the spotlight they've earned. Presented by First American Bank and Trust, a banking tradition since 1910.
I'm Lawyer Locke Meredith. If you're battling an insurance company because of a wreck not your fault and they're not calling you back or being fair, whether you hire us at all, give us a call, 272-5555, or email Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates. You have nothing to lose.
Hello, I'm Collins Meredith. If you've been injured on the job, you'll likely have a workers' compensation claim, but you may also have a tort claim, which opens up significant recovery rights not normally available for a work injury. If this is you, call us or come see us at Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates.
Sometimes you ignore the signs, even when they're right in front of you. Problem gambling isn't always easy to spot. Know the signs. Set your limit. Learn more about healthy gambling habits by visiting us online or text or call for free confidential help now.
BRAC teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered gold. BRAC, your #1 park system in the nation.
My father, J.B. Falgu, had a vision of growth for First American Bank and the communities we serve. The bank's foundation was built on his legacy of compassion, loyalty, and dedication. Through his years of leadership, First American has prospered to heights even J.B. could not have imagined. I know my father would be extremely proud of the customer service and financial stability that First American provides to Southeast Louisiana. We continue to thrive because of the legacy of J.B. Falgu.
Men, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
Here comes Santa Claus, riding down Santa Claus Lane. Blitzen, blitzen, all here's a reindeer pulling on a rein. Bells are ringing, children singing, all is merry and bright. Hang your stockings and say your prayers, 'cause Santa Claus comes tonight.
From the locker room to the airwaves, it's Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
He's got a bag that's filled with toys for boys and girls again.
All right, welcome back in, OTB. I want to remind you about our friends over at Rouse's. Rouse's.com is the website. Go there today to see which Rouse's market is closest and nearest to you. Once you find that out, remember, they got incredible holiday specials going on right now. So your entire meal can be taken care of. If it's a ham, if it's a roast, if it's steaks, whatever your family tradition is, it can be met over there at Rouse's. Also, they've already got the sides ready to go. complete holiday meals over at your local Rouse's. And, look, you can pick up everything there. It is truly the one-stop shop. The main course, the sides, the beverages, my high. Maybe if you enjoy the beverages, right? All of the things are right there for you. Go to rouses.com, rouses.com. One thing that we haven't gotten into yet, just a quick note. Knox Kiffin going to U-High. Looks like that's official.
Not a big deal.
Let's go Cubs.
I mean,
let's go Cubs.
It's going good and get him to Catholic, sounds like.
Let's go. Hey,
Hester got it done.
I don't know. So my son plays for U-High. So good news for the Hester family, the U-High family, the Cub family. Knox Kiffin transferring to U-High from Oxford, where he was playing, and looks like a pretty good player there. Got multiple scholarship offers. All right, let's get to our guy, Devin Snow, a.k.a. Hold the Mayo, who joins us now. Dev, I mean, what are we doing? The Saints are good. The Pelicans are good. I'm not used to talking to you when both these teams are on winning streaks.
Yeah, man, it's them December Saints and them December Pelicans, bro. You don't want to play them when Santa's on the way, dude. That's how it is.
Okay, let's start with the Pels because we haven't talked a lot about them today. I've been saving that conversation for when you hopped on. They moved Zion Williamson to the bench, and it has worked out. I mean, he's playing a little bit over 20 minutes per game. He's giving them a spark. They're undefeated since they made the move. I mean, I didn't see that move coming, but it makes a lot of sense, right? He's a guy that, look, for whatever reason, he's too explosive. His body can't handle it, and if he's out there playing 40 minutes a game, he gets injured. So let's move him to the bench. Let's allow him to be somebody that plays 20 minutes and gives us that spark that we need. And look, I'm not saying it's always going to work, but by God, it's working right now.
Yeah, and just for that fact alone, you got to stick with it, right?
Yeah.
Even if it's just like some superstitious thing, right?
Yeah.
You got to stick with it because they've won a bunch. And I was there last night. Let me tell you something. Anthony Davis ate us up for 3 quarters. He ate us up. I was actually the fan. There was a fan a few rows behind me. He yelled at AD while he was standing at the score table waiting to check in. He yelled at AD, "Oh, you washed." He said it twice. And that's all it took for AD to turn around and be like, "Well, I bet y'all take me back in a minute." Then he goes and hits a 3-pointer and points at the fan. So it was crazy. Like this fan was in AD's head within a couple minutes.
Yeah.
And come the fourth quarter, AD started missing shots. Zion, that matchup, Zion, AD, Zion took the dub on that matchup, and the Pels took the dub. Zion played great in the fourth quarter. That method is working out. And that's what I've noticed about the Pelicans the last 5 games is they're not just winning. They doing things that like they haven't done the last few years, right? They closing out games. And that's the biggest thing, health and how to close out a game, how to win a game in the fourth quarter or in the second half. And they doing it both, man. It's super impressive.
It has been. And also what's been impressive is the rookies on this team that we've talked about with you, Derek Queen, you got Fears as well. And both of them last night, I mean, Fears +7 in the plus-minus. You had Derek Queen, it was +13. He puts up 19 points. He adds 10 rebounds as well. He continues, and 6 assists. I mean, he continues to be somebody that's doing it in all phases of the game. And I know he's going to be attached to that draft choice forever. It's just like anytime you bring his name up, but he's playing incredibly well. Like he is playing like somebody you would take with a top 3 selection in the NBA draft. And so I realize an unprotected first-round pick, it's always scary, but also you have proof so far in Derek Queen. Like you don't know what that player that maybe you would be selecting in the draft would be.
That's a hit on 2. First of all, let's.
Oh, no. Is the ATT fiber failing Dale? Devin.
Think about how many people have had first-round picks and drafted guys, and you know how the NBA is now. Like,
he's cooking too. Dev was cooking. I know he's cooking. All right, let's see if we can hang up, and we'll just call Dev, maybe. I think he must have switched to the Cox Wi-Fi. I think the Cox Wi-Fi took over the AT&T fiber. We had high hopes for Dev's new Wi-Fi. We just assumed that it was going to be one that was video capable. That's not on our end, right?
No.
Okay.
I mean, you're asking too much.
Yeah, I know. Dev, we thought we fixed it. We thought that the AT&T fiber was going to be the solution. Did your phone accidentally connect to Cox Wi-Fi in the neighborhood somewhere?
Maybe so. Maybe that is what it was, actually. But it's crazy because I don't have any problem. Like, I run a whole show on Sundays and I stream on Twitch. I don't have no problems. But as soon as I do that FaceTime, it doesn't work. But anyway, bro, we can't let it eat us up. It is what it is, man. Living in poverty down here, dude. You know, I see it in the chat. Hey, Devin hasn't fixed the internet, but I've done everything to, you know, $200 a month, man. It just doesn't add up. But anyway, back to what I was saying about the Pelicans, man. It seems like they found that formula and they need to stick with it. You know what I'm saying? Because they're doing everything right, especially at the end of the games, you know?
Right. I'm with you, and I know we couldn't hear like any of the comments there on the rookies, but like you don't hit on two rookies like that very often, and so you've got that, and you've got some really good players also on this roster that we've talked plenty about. We know what Trey Murphy can do. We know what Herb Jones can do when he is fully healthy. You've now moved Zion Williamson to the bench. Like, think about what you can bring off the bench right now. Like, you can have a rotation with Zion Williamson, Jose Alvarado, and Jordan Poole. Those are three really good players, Dev, to add to the court coming off the bench for your team. And, again, I realize what the Pelicans' record is. I realize that they've still got a long way to go. But they have won 5 games in a row. They look like they have found a formula that is working for them as far as their rotation. You've got 2 very exciting rookie players to pair with your veteran players. And, sure, I know you're 8-22 on the season, but this is what this team was supposed to look like. Willie Green couldn't get them there. They're now there, and it's at least exciting moving forward.
Yeah, and then also a guy like Sadiq Bey, which, you know, not many people mention when talking about the Pelicans' success lately. They don't really mention Sadiq Bey.
Right.
This guy is a ball player. You know, he reminds me of, like, that role that has been filled in the past for Pelicans, like that James Posey role, you know, or the Hornets.
Oh, wow. James Posey, what a name.
Yeah, man. You know, he's just got that pedigree, and it fits, man. And he's a big old dude, you know what I'm saying? Good defender. He could score, you know, so it's just nice to see. I don't care what the record is. It's nice to see them pretty much all the way healthy, other than one guy, DeJounte Murray, and they competing with these teams and actually winning right now, man. It's super cool, man. Zion off the bench, 25 minutes, 24 points. You know, It's working.
It absolutely is. And again, it's been exciting. Again, you can watch Pelican games and you can feel good about it. You can see that they're fighting, and the record is what the record is. Not to say that they can't find a way to make a comeback, make an incredible story. We'll see what they're able to get done. But another team down in New Orleans kind of doing the same thing. It didn't start off great. You're 2-10, and all of a sudden you look up. Now you've won 3 games in a row. You're 5-10. You have a real chance, I think, to go 7-10. You might have found your quarterback. I think you did, of the future, in Tyler Shough. You got Chris Olave playing like receiver 1 right now. That is, of course, the New Orleans Saints. Look, I know it was the Jets, but they beat the hell out of the Jets. That game was never close. I mean, they got after them on both sides of the football. And for the Saints, it's done this year. We know they're eliminated. They've been eliminated from playoff contention. Yeah. But, man, this is something that moving forward, if you've got your quarterback on a rookie deal, now he's a second-round pick, not a first-round pick, so you only get a couple more years. You don't get that added 5th year. But you can build off of this, and it completely changes what you have to do now in the draft coming up in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, man. Tyler Shough just in command, just in control. The best way I could describe it is he kind of alleviates that discomfort for fans. You know, that discomfort for, man, what's going to happen this drive on offense? You know, you know, are they going to go 3 and out again? Are they going to stall the whole game? You know, he's eliminating that. What's going to happen on 3rd down? I think that's a big one too. Tyler Shough on 3rd down man, he just don't care. You know, remember the last couple of years, it was, oh, it's 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9. We're going to check it down and we're going to concede a punt.
Yep.
It was a lot of that. And it's not a lot of that anymore. So I think that's a big one. He's elevating the play of so many players. All you got to do is go look at the stats with Olave in the beginning of the year. That was a game where he had 10 receptions for 50 yards.
Yep.
Look at last game, 10 receptions, 150 yards. Look at Jawan Johnson the second half of the season. Man, let's just be honest. Nobody was more disliked than Jawan Johnson on the Saints team to start the year, right? Now look at him. He's playing really good football. Look at what he did with Vele, what Shough did with Vele. He's elevating the play of so many guys. And he's a guy, like, some of these receivers that he's getting the ball to, like, dude, we'll never, like Kevin Austin Jr., you know?
Yeah,
like,
right.
It's incredible, man.
Yeah, I'm right. We kind of laid out who he was throwing to, who was available. It makes what Shough was able to do impressive, but even more so to me what Olave was able to do to get open, knowing that he was really, truly the only threat you had as far as a game changer at receiver. So I'm right there with you, Dev. I mean, what do you think now the Saints do in the draft? Is it I'd like to see a playmaker, and I know you need an edge rusher. This is going to be a very deep edge rusher class coming out, so I think you can get one in the second round. I want to see somebody that as soon as you draft him, I'm like, okay, that guy changes the math. Defenses, when they get ready for the Saints, he's like the point of focus.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. So whether it's adding a receiver, adding a tight end, you know, with the guy from Oregon, Sadiq.
You're gonna need you might need a running back too.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't be opposed to the Jeremiah Love thing, like Nick Underhill said. I would not be opposed to that, especially considering health's looking like an issue for running back, right? You got Kamara and Devin Neal and Kendre Miller, you know, all unhealthy. So I wouldn't be opposed to that either. I like the receiver out of USC, even though he's kind of like he's kind of like basically Olave's size and stuff. I do like him. Yeah. And then the kid Tyson, one of these guys, even if you wait till second, third round to draft a receiver, there's still a couple guys. They got to, what's the guy's name from Indiana? Pretty good receiver. Yes. Yeah. So, I mean, there's a couple guys that you could add to the roster for receiver that, you know, I'd be down for drafting.
Dev, we didn't get a chance to catch up with you yesterday. I know you had a lot going on. And I know RB&R Day is changing. It's evolving. It's going to go a different way there. But if I'm not mistaken, you're still doing it through the end of the year, correct?
Yeah, I think the last one is the Monday right before Mardi Gras.
Okay.
Couldn't work that better.
Are you already kind of like planning that one? Like, I feel like it's going to be one of those ones where it's like an all-timer, and maybe it's like a little bit of everything kind of mashed into one. Maybe you take a little bit of here, a little bit of there. Are we going to have multiple stops? Are we planning that one out yet?
Man, I'm bad at, like, when it comes down to, like, okay, yeah, this is because I've had to do this for number 200, number 100.
Yeah.
I'm just bad at, like, living up to those expectations, for that occasion. I don't know what it is, man. I'm just bad at that. So the way I look at it is I'll figure it out as the time comes, and it'll be a big Monday. But right now I'm going back to all the different the last 10. I'm doing the top 10 experiences that I've had. So I'm kind of just reminiscing, going back to these places, and we'll cap it off at 300, and then move on to the next thing, man. It's not a sad day or a bad day, man. It's just time, man. Time.
Yeah.
What do they call it? Father Time's Undefeated. This segment's been going on for 6 years, man.
Yeah.
Every Monday.
No doubt. Well, Father Time's undefeated unless you're Phillip Rivers, apparently. But
yeah. Good game by Phillip. I mean, threw the pick six, but
that's on Tyler Warren running a terrible route. But I'm biased.
Yeah. So I mean, good game by Phillip Rivers. It's very impressive. I watched the highlights of his game last night. Super impressive, man.
I know. He looked really good. I mean, I'm 4 years younger than him, and I sat in this chair too long, and I got up to use the restroom, and it took me about 7 minutes to get to the door. So very impressive he can still do that. So,
and it also just makes me wonder what Drew Brees could do at this point at 46.
Yeah. I mean, Drew said it at the end though. Remember, he's like, "Hey, I can't account
the arm strategy.
Pick up my arm." That's not good. It's not good. Yeah, highly, highly impressive. And the fact that there's like 5 guys that their football mind is so good. And Drew would certainly be in that category. Tom and Peyton, maybe even, and Phillips in that category. Like, they're so good at knowing where to go with the football that even if their arm strength and all that slowed down, that it's still highly effective because they know exactly what the defense is doing.
Yeah, that's what stands out when I watched the highlights of last night with Phillip Rivers. It's like he is a guy that's like basically playing football with his mind right now. Because how could a 45-year-old be so good at like standing in the pocket? He ain't even moving. He's playing with his mind, man. It's impressive.
All right, there he is, our guy Devin Snow, a.k.a. Hold the Mayo, at Snow Like John on social media. Give him a follow there. Dev, we appreciate it. We'll catch up again next week.
All right, y'all take care. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas to you and yours, of course, Dev. We appreciate every single week joining us here on the show. Even if Cox is trying to hold my man down, he still finds a way to get on the show. All right, we'll take a break. More OTB when we come back here live from the Raising Cane studio.
Off the bench.
All right, go to trashrangers.com. When you go to the website, one cool thing we've been telling you about over the last couple of days, they have your holiday pickup schedule. So the Christmas pickup schedule right there as soon as you go to the website. So if your normal pickup day is Thursday, it's now going to be on Friday. If you are normally Friday, it's going to be on Saturday. That's right. They're going to work on the weekend at Trash Rangers. You're not going to get that anywhere else. Typically, they just, hey, we'll see you next week. They're going to skip right over you. But they're going to work on a Saturday over at Trash Rangers. So when you go to the website, remember you can sign up for residential or commercial service right there on the website, on the homepage. You can check out the roll-off dumpsters. Remember, 3 different sizes to choose from. They're going to make sure that you have the right size. Have that conversation with them, 225-612-2477. Hey, here's what I've got. They're going to make sure you have the right size dumpster. Also, don't forget about the sanitation department as well. All that can be found on their website, so go there today. And again, that is trashrangers.com.
This menu is a masterpiece. Delivers every time.
This is the worst party ever. Raising Cane's!
Let's go!
The party is saved!
Peter, Mr. Billingsley.
Celebrate the holidays with Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
Supreme Jasmine is premium American-grown rice. From local farms to your table, every grain is supreme. Pick up a bag of Jasmine or any other of our Supreme American rice.
Jordan Faber here with some exciting news. Faber Automotive has officially arrived. We're proud to introduce your new hometown dealership, Faber Chevrolet GMC. That means more inventory, better deals, and the same great local team. Now backed by the trusted Faber family name. Whether you're shopping or servicing, you'll feel the difference from day one. Allow us the opportunity to earn your business.
Fabry Chevrolet GMC. Visit us in St. Francisville or online at FabryChevrolet.com.
Lock Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates has won for our clients over $175 million over the decades, but our greatest success is our clients who have chosen and trusted us to help them. Whether you hire us at all, give us a call. You've got nothing to lose.
Hi, I'm Sean Fagan. If you get injured, you could be staring at medical bills, repair costs, and lost income. Life can be turned upside down. At Lock Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates, we'll work to turn your world right side up. Hire us, and like thousands of our clients, you'll be glad you did.
You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe. My whole team on wild.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Have a holly jolly Christmas. It's the best time of the year. I don't know if there'll be snow, but have a cup of cheer.
Tigers turn talkers. This is Off the Bench.
And when you walk down the street, say hello to friends you know and everyone you meet. Ho, ho, the mistletoe hung where you can see. Somebody waits for you. Kiss her once for me.
All right, welcome back in OTB. Don't forget about the new star of downtown Baton Rouge, and that is Bally's Casino and Hotel. They've got Vegas-style gaming. They've got the DraftKings Sportsbook, that the biggest TV setup that I've ever seen. I mean, incredible bar that you can just sit there, post up, and watch college football, NFL, NBA, whatever your heart desires, college basketball. Incredible setup. You are not going to recognize what they have done over there. I mean, complete overhaul. You've got 5 brand new restaurants. You can go bowling. You can just enjoy a night out. You can have like a little staycation. You can just go hang out after work. Whatever you're looking to get done, you can get it done over at the brand new Bally's. Also, don't forget, every room in the hotel got an upgrade. Every single one, from top to bottom. 10 stories. You're not going to recognize it. Incredible suites as well, including ones you can see Tiger Stadium. You can views of the Mississippi River. Incredible upgrades over there at Bally's. So I fully encourage you, go check out the new star of downtown Baton Rouge, Bally's Casino and Hotel. You'll be blown away. Dev's got to do something big for number 300, by the way. Like, I don't know what Dev's going to do. He's got to do it. We got to make sure, we got to keep him on task. My man's got to do something big for 300. Like, if it's like a famous Louisiana chef, like somebody in the chat said Emerald, like have Emerald cook you some red beans and rice on number 300, go out in style. And if anybody can get it done, it's Dev.
What do we think's the next? Because he said he has something coming up next. Like, after RB and R&A, there's something going on after that.
I would think it's going to be just like food reviews, but not just RB&R.
Right, like it's expanded.
Yeah. I think you go to at least that's what I think. I don't know. I think you go to multiple restaurants across the state, maybe even the Gulf Coast, and you just review the restaurant. Unique places certainly. Like, I would love to see Dev go to like all the little holes in the wall that are famous, everybody loves them, and just review those. I think that would be great.
Yeah, I do like that.
Trying to catch up a little bit here in the Bayou Ford chat. A lot about Dev's internet. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I thought he upgraded as well. Just when he comes on with us. So not really sure what happened there. We did mention Knox Kiffin is going to U-High. So that's big news. You're right. He went to U-High. Sorry, Moscona. Pal, buddy, old friend.
Couldn't get it done. Couldn't make it happen.
I am looking forward to like high school football for me personally. My son's going to be a junior, and it feels like that's the time where like it really heats up. Like, he was able to start this year, and it was so much fun. But Tay, whenever you decide to have children there and you've got a high school football player, just know that you're going to be more nervous watching him play or her play softball, whatever, basketball, whatever it might be, than you ever were when you played.
I could see it. I didn't get super nervous when I played.
I didn't either, but my God, when you can't control it and you're out there watching and you want to try, and you want the best, obviously, for whoever's out there, the most nerve-wracking thing that I've ever been a part of, watching high school football. I'm going to try to like live through each play. I'm like yelling at the referees. They can't hear me. I'm yelling at, who's calling the play. I'm yelling at everybody. I don't think I'm very bearable.
That I will do. That I will do. I do that now. I don't even have a kid out there.
That's true. You're calling the games, though. I don't know if you don't need to do that while you're calling the games.
Those commercial breaks get tested.
Oh, that's
Jake.
true. That's true.
They do.
A little hot mic situation. All right. What do we, real quick, because we're going to get to Ask the Bench to close out the show. Holiday plans. Where are we going, Cassie? Going to New Orleans?
Yeah, I'm going home to Metairie.
Probably today.
Yeah.
Right after
I've got a Christmas party tonight at 6 at my uncle's house.
Yeah.
And then we don't have any plans on Christmas Eve because my party tonight is usually on Christmas Eve, but they had to push it up a day.
Gotcha.
And then Christmas Day. Well, Christmas Eve we go to Mass.
Yeah, right.
And then Christmas Day we just chilling at the house, open presents, and then we'll go to my mom and papa's for lunch.
So you'll be like in New Orleans probably for like 3 days.
Yeah, the whole time.
Gotcha.
And then I got to come back up here for the game on Saturday.
Oh, yeah, that is.
Got to work the game day show.
Yeah.
So
I keep forgetting,
that'll
like,
be fun.
I've also got to work that game. Also have to be in Houston and keep forgetting that it's actually this weekend.
Yeah.
So it's a good reminder.
There's a game this weekend.
Yeah. I don't know. Thank goodness it's driving distance, though. So,
yeah.
Because the team is leaving, what's today? The 23rd? They're leaving tomorrow. So they're spending Christmas in Houston. So not doing that. Tay, plans for Christmas?
Yes, every Christmas Eve, there's like a evening service at my uncle's church. We go do that every Christmas Eve. Christmas morning, we wake up. We take my in-laws Mary Lee donuts. We talked about that a little bit yesterday. And then Christmas night, we have a Christmas dinner with my side of the family. And that's pretty much every year.
So Mary Lee's is open on Christmas Eve?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Well, because, they normally close at like 10 anyways. So.
That's true. All right. Do you have everybody good as far as what you got to get taken care of? I know we talked about it a little bit in the first hour.
Yeah, we're done.
I was sitting there doing Rouse's. I'm like, I got to get the groceries for said Christmas dinner when we're talking about Rouse's. Hadn't gotten that done yet. Have you gotten that taken care of?
Yeah, we're done.
Okay.
We are done and good to go.
Good for you. Good for you to be a planner, somebody that has a plan. I hope I have a plan. I think I have a plan. We'll see how it goes. All right, we'll close out today's show. We'll close out, this week's shows. A little Ask the Bench right here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to Central Plumbing.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief. Our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
South Louisiana, it's turnaround season, and River Parish Contractors is calling in the best of the best. We're hiring pipe fitters, iron workers, boiler makers, combo and structural welders, rig welders, carpenters, crane operators, dirt operators, and more. If you're ready to work, ready to earn, and ready to build something that lasts, call Big Jake at 318-547-1000 or go to rpcontractors.com. River Parish Contractors. Let's get building.
I'm Lawyer Locke Meredith. We are honored and humbled to receive from our clients in Google. Based on 5-star client reviews, the designation of our law firm is highly recommended. Whether you hire us at all, please give us a call, 272-5555. You have nothing to lose.
Hi, I'm Mitchell Meredith. Injuries happen when you least expect them to, making your life more complicated. At Locke Meredith, Shough, and Associates, we know this, and we strive to help each of our clients during these times. Whether you hire us at all, give us a call at 272-5555.
Ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar, but instead, They've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
We typically think of stress as being bad for us. At Our Lady of the Lake and LSU, we are researching how certain types of stress, such as exercise, can be good for our immune health. By studying people under extreme stress, such as athletes, astronauts, service members, and first responders, we're learning how to improve the immune health of everyone. That's the power of research. That's the impact of champions. Together, we roar.
Stadium. Visit KindersTexasBowl.com for tickets now.
How often will Trash Rangers come to your business and pick up your trash? We pick up commercial trash up to 6 times a week, depending on your schedule. For more info, visit TrashRangers.com today.
Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. 5 brands on one lot. Shop BayouAutomotive.com.
From the locker room to the airwaves, it's Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
All right, welcome back in OTB. I want to remind you about Central Plumbing. CentralPlumbing.org is the website, not only in Central, in the entire greater Baton Rouge area. That 24/7, 365. Weekend game day holiday emergency number 225-500-0774. And remember, they can remodel your space, your home, your business. You can go tankless today with the tankless water heater. Never run out of hot water again. You're getting home late from dance, from the ball field. Doesn't matter. You can shower, do the dishes, do the laundry, all at the same time. And you can get all that scheduled at centralplumbing.org. All right, see if we can get to a couple Ask the Bench questions. Ask the Bench, go to donut.
Oh, just a glaze. Love a glazed
I like
donut.
a good cinnamon sugar
Usually
donut.
do with chocolate sprinkles.
And those are great too. I mean, I haven't really met a bad donut. Ask the Bench, is cash the laziest gift to give?
Probably.
I don't know, a gift card's pretty
They're about
lazy.
the same.
Yeah, about the same. I guess I'll go gift card. Ask the Bench, Jake, will you be making any appearances in Houston or just calling the game and driving back? Me and the entire crew, we're going the morning of the game, going to hang out in Houston for a while, call the game, and then hang out the next day in Houston for a little bit as well. What'd you ask for? Number one Christmas gift?
A vacuum.
Okay, Tay-Tay.
Charging pad for the bedside table.
Oh, good. Our melon hats, because I get them every Christmas. We love you. Merry Christmas. We'll see you next week.
Off the Bench.
All right, don't forget about our friends over at Marucci. That's right, MarucciSports.com. It's not too late. They're open today. Last-minute gifts for your baseball player, for your softball player. If you've got a golfer in the house that wants a new golf grip, they've got that as well. So go see them right there off of Segan. And look, if you want to go get a bat and take some hacks today, you can do that. Remember, like, you can go in there anytime. You swipe the card, you're in, you're swinging. And if you want to buy a new bat, you can try out said bat in the cages there at Marucci. It's not just bats, though. It's gloves, it's helmets, it's apparel. They've got it all over at the Marucci Hitter's House. So go to the website today. Check out what they have available. Go see them today. It's not too late. And always remember, you can swipe that card, get into the Hitter's House, and take your swings today. Go to MarucciSports.com.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. And when you're cooking with clean, affordable propane, you're cooking with gas. In the wintertime, nothing heats a home like Louisiana propane. And when you need hot water, propane's got you covered. Oh, and you won't regret that propane generator when the power goes out. I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and to find more information and to find a propane dealer near you, visit louisianapropane.com.
Hi, this is Beth Serena. Welcome to my pool. The first time I saw this beautiful pool, it exceeded every expectation that I had. They were able to get everything we wanted in this pool. It is a beautiful pool. We live out here, we eat out here, we watch TV out here. This is like our living room outside. We love this pool and everything about it. When we decided to build our pool, we called a great friend who is one of the